What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Come talk some Sixers with us and some Phillies. Let's go. This ain't the fuck night. Oh, this game he stinks.
Oh shit!
It's gone.
Here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick DelGozzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Agree to Disagree, only on A2D Radio. Every Sunday, we are brought to you by our doc. Make them yours. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill locations. You can find them right on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Nick DelGozzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Milakovic. I'm Tom Arnone. Everyone out there, welcome in. At the end of the show, we'll do our Crumbs of the Week. We do it weekly here if it's your first time joining us, so you're going to always enjoy that one. Soak that in at the end because it's always a good time. Good time to find crumbs. I love.
I'm already ready for it.
I love lifting up a good couch.
I got one loaded
and finding some crumbs. Phillies, if you're talking about crumbs, their struggles continue. House of horrors that is Miami. I mean, it's becoming a flat out disgrace. Okay, and how some teams just own you, and Miami's owned us in Miami now. Not saying they owned us here in Citizens Bank, but in Miami since 2020, they flat out owned us. So we'll talk about the Phillies' struggles. Where they go from here. It's only 10 games in. You got a lot of baseball still to play, but a lot to clean up, obviously, a lot to unpack through your first 10. Doesn't dictate your season. I think there's a lot of leaders here, so you hope they can figure it out and get things right. But a lot to talk about. Especially when your ace goes out and gets shelled. Right? I don't want to hear it's like, oh, he's working his way back. He got shelled. If I saw another triple today, I would never watch another game of baseball.
Triples alley.
I couldn't watch another game of baseball. So we'll talk Phillies second half of the show. Our main topic at hand is the Sixers, and we'll give you a little game 2 preview against the Raptors and the rest of the series preview. And that ties into our poll question brought to you by Manscaped. And you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence. Always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. It's time to throw out your old hygiene habits and upgrade your life. See the guys. Say it. The ball deodorant, lip balm, right? Cologne, the weed whacker, the lawnmower, well-known ones there.
Everything's good.
But after that, I mean, just go dabble. Go dabble and get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Our poll question for tonight: the Sixers will sweep the Raptors in round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Like, subscribe, download. You know the deal. And make sure, bigger than that, you're commenting in. All right, let us know where you're commenting in from, who your teams are. All right, we love that kind of stuff. And answer the poll question. To the poll question, the Sixers will sweep the Raptors in round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Do you agree or disagree? I disagree. I don't buy it. The sweeps are hard. Like, they're hard. Toronto's been a place where we haven't always played well. I got to believe they find an energy game at minimum in this series where they just outwork you for a game. Now, listen, no Scotty Barnes. You don't know how long that is. No Thaddeus Young. Definitely.
No Gary Trent.
No Gary Trent. All doubtful for Monday.
Probably all 3 for tomorrow, yeah.
Now, when you go back to Toronto, I would assume they're hoping to get those guys back. But if they're without Scotty Barnes this series, or Gary Trent. That they're tough losses for them to try to make up for. So we'll see. I mean, there's
big loss.
Huge loss. Huge loss. I think Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes is a player.
Scotty Barnes is the point guard position to me, and I know people love Freddie, and that's fine. I don't dislike Freddie, but when they when Freddie was out and they were running Barnes as a point and Siakam is like almost like point forward, they were dangerous. They were dangerous because they had length to them. They had a ton of length all over the court, and that's when they were really dangerous. I don't think there's danger with Fred, and I said that before the series. Fred can kill you. Right, but I don't think they don't rebound as well. They don't do some of the things that they do without them. And so Scotty's like a huge loss for them. So we'll see where that goes. But even with that, I don't think we sweep them. There could be a Siakam 40 piece, right, where you lose to him because he goes off type deal. So I won't say sweep. I'm going to stay with my 6 because that's where I started the series at. We'll talk about how that can change maybe after a game 2 win, right? But right now I'm going to keep it at 6. They're still a well-coached basketball team. I hate it. I hate the Raptors. But until we go there and prove like we can win there, then if it was a team that like we own, like the Bulls, I'll say, okay, after game 1 of that kind of game, I'll say we'll sweep them. But a team like this and the way we played there, it's like you got to go. You got to prove that to me. You got to prove that to me. I would love you to sweep. I would love to get a broom out. But you got to prove to me that you can go there and win 2 there too, even though you've been great on the road all year. But you got to prove to me that you can go there and win 2. I don't know if this team's going to go there and win 2. They got to go take care of business and win Monday night, right? And that's where I am with them because they have their expectations are, hey, just win in series, right? So when you win a series, how you got to win a series, advance, all right? Live to play another game in another series, and they got to get over their hump. So I don't want to get ahead of myself and start sweeping son of a bitches too early here, right? I want to just like say, hey, I think they can get past the second round, right? But that it's going to be a dogfight. And right now, I even think six is a little bit of a dogfight, and I still think you might see that depending on the injuries. If those guys are hurt, maybe you could sweep them, right? But if those guys are like at least a chance of playing, and even though Siakam's playing and Fred, I feel like those 2 can steal a game from you too. So yeah, I'm just going to be careful with the sweep talk. But hey, you somebody want to say 5? Sure, I'll buy in the 5, but I'm gonna stick with my 6 and think that hey, come on, we watched this year. We've been a little inconsistent at times. Now you're hoping this energy that we brought game 1 will continue because we outworked somebody. That's what happened in game 1 in the first half. We flat out outworked you. And when you're more talented and you're willing to outwork somebody, you're gonna have a lot of success. Okay, simple as that. I mean, Joe was flat out all over the glass. Right, all over the glass.
Yeah, 19-15.
Yeah, in the first quarter and a half. The first quarter and a half, he was all over the glass. So he had 13 at halftime. So, he was on pace for 26. He had a down second half, per se. But he really made a statement. And if that continues, then yeah, I mean, maybe we can get brooms out. So I love where we're at. I love the way we played. And, I think I'll speak for a lot of people. They go play that kind of basketball again tomorrow night. I think we're really going to start getting excited here. So I'll disagree to the poll. I'll stick with 6. What's everybody say?
Yeah, I mean,
I also disagree.
As a fan and somebody that you love to shorten the series, get a little bit of rest and wait for your opponent and hope to the next guy next guy you're taking on gets is in a 7-game war. You know what I mean? So. But I gotta disagree as well. They're just everything you said was I agree with that as well. And will echo the fact that Nick Nurse is too good of a coach to really get swept. You know what I mean? Like that's unless there was really they were really inferior or injuries where they were decimated. Like the ones you mentioned are are killers for them. But they still have enough pieces there to get 1 in Toronto. You know what I mean? Like, I still think we take, obviously tomorrow is huge, but I don't see us taking our foot off the gas and we get the job done tomorrow. But I see them taking 1, at least 1 in Toronto, and we'll see how the injuries shake out. I had the Sixers in 6 as well to start to see, before the series started. But, I definitely see them, getting one in Toronto, but we can definitely finish this in 5, especially, if Maxey, continues to do what he's done. I mean, we know he's been spectacular all year. It's the one good thing that came out of COVID was that, no March Madness. You know what I mean? And we talked about it ad nauseum, so it's not nothing new. It's not, some light bulb thing. We're like, oh man, that's a good point. Like we've all talked about it. So, it's as much as we love college hoops, and that was such a buzzkill for that to happen. It pretty much allowed him to, fall in our laps at 20. So.
Yeah, thank you, COVID, for something.
That's thank you for
COVID
that.
got us Maxey.
Thank you for that.
Got me Maxey and Cassie.
And Toby was awesome. You know what I mean? So if we get half of what we got from Toby, in game 1, we're still dooring people. You know what I mean? So even if him and JoJo switch spots, you know what I mean, where Toby gives us 18 and Joe goes for his normal 35, you know what I mean, then you're still winning by 20. You know what I mean? So it's this is this team can be tough. It's not homer talk. It's we know we have deficiencies. And our bench stinks and stuff like that. We're not we're not idiots, but we also say, hey, listen, that was the ceiling the other night. That's the ceiling. All right. And that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, there's no like, hey, if, like some teams need like 5 things to go right. We don't always need 5 things to go right. I mean, we just need, some good bench play. And if those other supporting guys play fantastic, then, Joe's going to be Joe. He didn't have to be Joe the other night. And he was still awesome. I'm just saying, like, you didn't have to do anything. All right. If you guys are going to take off, like, I know I'm gonna do me. Like, I'm JoJo. I'm okay. You guys do you. And like, if you need me, call me. Send up the bat signal.
Well, that's the most important thing you said. Is he was your 4th scorer last night, right? He was your 4th scorer in scoring, and you blew out a team in the playoffs. Like, I'm not going to try to overreact to that. I'm just going to try to tell people what the facts are. The facts is that that's what we've been talking about all year. Right now, you just need one of those other 3 guys to just go off. So who's going to be the other guy? Because like you just said, hey, if you need me, I'm here to drop 40 any night. And that's a great thing to have, right? But the even better thing to have is to say, oh, you know what? This guy can go for 19 and watch somebody else go for 30 plus. Watch somebody else carry you. And not only that, Maxey was great. Tobias was great. And Harden as a point guard was great. Okay? Because 4 for 7 from 3, I'll take that every night. Like, and you'll never hear a peep out of me with 14 dimes. Like, right, you give me 4 for 7 from 3 and 14 dime pieces. I mean, that's all we've been asking for, because now people have to respect you. And if you guys all see, you all watch the game. No matter how we think of them, they still collapse on him. There is 3 guys looking to make sure, because if he's one-on-one with you still at this point in his career, he's going to draw a foul. It's that simple most of the time. If you're one-on-one with him, usually it's 3 guys, and he's done a great job, right? Did a great job in game 1 of making the right basketball play. And that's what you want out of your point guard, and still have the threat to shoot. That's the biggest thing. The threat to shoot and be unselfish. And we talked about smell the hot hand.
What's that?
You know what I mean?
Well,
who's the hot hand? Smell
what's the threat of what's the threat of shooting? I mean, like, what's that like, man? That's fun. Your point.
Other guys wearing fucking sunglasses indoors.
Your point guard, is a threat to shoot, man. That's fun.
Harden hit 2 step backs. 2 step backs.
Must
2
have been
step backs.
one I barely saw.
That's always a good night.
No, but you're absolutely right, Tommy. He had a 4 for 7 clip. Regardless of what else he does, he's efficient, right? At that 3, which means he needs somebody on him, right? If he's going 4 for 12, 4 for 13, like he's done in the regular season, then it becomes more or less a liability, on the offensive end. But if he keeps it, inside that, all right, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm 4 for 7. Let's, not that he's knowing what that is in game, but he knows how he's feeling in game, and he knows that his shot is falling, right? And that's the key. I disagree to the poll as well. I still think it goes at minimum 5. I just wasn't sure, creating it, what the injuries would do, and then how much a blowout last night, or yesterday impacted the fan base. You know what I mean? And in the way you did it, as you guys have all said, Joel had a subpar night to his standards, and yet we still blew him out, right? It was still a 20-point win, and yes, that's at home, and that's probably, that potentially could be, the high for the margin of victory that this series, but that's fine. That's game one. This is the playoffs, and this is the team that we're going to be. That's that statement you wanted to get out of game one. Now you gotta match that up and bring that same energy in game two, and take both here at home.
And you try to get it from somewhere else too, because by the way, we dumped in 16 threes. That's not easy, and that's not something that happen on a nightly basis. We shot the ball tremendous from three.
50% clip as a team.
Yeah, that's aggressive, right? So you don't expect that every night, but you know what creates that? A couple things create that, right? Energy. When you're talented, energy, focus, create the ability to go for 50 pieces, right? And they create those type of things when you have the talent to do so. And we see the ebb and flows of this year. This team run. Listen, I'm not saying it's all right just because it's regular season, right? But towards the end of the regular season, I just don't like when you already sort of know where you're at. I don't put too much stock in the games, right? Too much, but you still look at it and say, all right, this doesn't look good, right? Like we were all feeling like a little like, and we got Raptors round one. Okay, so to be able to come out and play like that and show us that energy, it's such an important thing, and show us that focus, because that was a focus, ready to play basketball team, and part of that credit goes to the great Greg Popovich. Doc Rivers that coaches the Sixers. So I'll crush him when he deserves to get crushed, and I'll give him credit because I thought he did a great job. I thought he got time out in the right spot. I thought that his substitutions were at the right spot. So as much as we crushed that last year, they made a run. Teams make a run, right? How do you withstand it? And the Sixers did a great job last night of withstanding that run in the third quarter. They didn't lose a quarter last night. So that shows me a focused basketball team for 48 minutes is a team that doesn't lose a quarter. So that's a great sign. Because we all know what it is right now. We didn't make a trade. We made a trade because we got the best player in the league. Are we going to waste his ass? So we're trying to find a way to run down Broad Street without getting hit by a car. That's where we're at right now. We are trying to run down Broad Street and hope we don't get hit by a car or a semi-tractor trailer in the second round, right? And if you do hit me with a car, like give me a little motor scooter, right? And I get knocked down in the NBA finals, right? Like a little motor scooter takes me out. Like, I'm back up. I'm all right. I'll be back next year, right? Like I just don't semi-tractor trailer me in the middle of Broad Street. That's all I'm asking for.
Scoot.
I think the way that we came out defensively was huge. And Joel was like, I totally disagree with subpar game. Joel played spectacular. He just didn't have to score, Greg.
No, yeah.
I feel like he played great.
I meant for the number side of it. Yeah, I didn't.
It's a fuck about numbers. It's the playoffs, baby. It's all about winning. Fuck cares about numbers. Joel played great. First off, he was all over the boards, which is what they usually kill us in. Is when they beat us, they usually beat us because they kill us on the boards. He was all over the boards. He had like 3 volleyball spike blocks, yelling at people. I loved it. He was setting the tone setting. It's all about tone setting. I love that shit.
One of his good friends.
I fucking love that shit.
And one of his good friends. That makes me feel good about the NBA moving forward because they're great. They're great friends, him and Siakam. And he went out of his way to circle back.
They talk like every day.
Oh, and that's why I love it because when you step between the lines, it's a different thing. And we
playoffs, baby.
It's like, hey, I'm going to take you out tonight. And what I love is he circled back around after the last block he had against them just to get another word into him. And I love it. I love it out of my leader.
I'm right with you.
In the first quarter saying, hey, you know what? There's mouses in the house all over, and nobody's going to beat me on the glass. And that's what you saw from a leader and a guy that wants to fucking win. Let's go.
And I would love to be the only one to agree to this, but they're gonna take a game from us more than likely. Just don't let them take tomorrow. The biggest key is they have to sustain that energy that they had into tomorrow because we've all seen us come out and kill a team in game 1, and we've all seen us lose game 2. So
Freddie,
like hopefully
breaking up, Wells. You're like your internet's like, yeah, look, you're in a way, like you're in a tunnel. I feel like he's in a tunnel. You see him?
Yeah.
How am I in a tunnel?
He's probably in Millville. He's probably in Millville.
Are you in Millville?
Fucking unreal. Is this unreal? Am I really breaking up?
You and Trout in Millville together?
Harry.
Wells, Wilson, what I'm
Might
trying
wanna
to
break
MRI
out.
on the hand.
Wilson, I'll say this to you. With Siakam and Freddie, they can take a game from you. Those two guys can
Oh
take
yeah, they can.
So to your point, and I think a lot of our points is they still have damn good basketball players on their roster and a damn good coach that I'm not going to start walking around here with brooms. I'm not going to walk around with brooms and act like a hero after one game, right? You talk to me and we go up 3-0 sweep, then yeah, okay, I'll start talking to you guys about that. But, even 2-0, I'm like, well, we still got to go there. I mean, that shit's still bouncing. And he ain't even there anymore. He left. He was on a jet plane.
He bounced. He bounced just like the ball in the rim.
Yeah, he couldn't get out of there quick.
Yeah. Still got to get everybody through customs. Yeah, I know. I agree with you.
I see so many people commenting in, and there was a lot of disagrees. So even though there's been injuries, etc., a lot of people are still on to disagree because I think we respect who we're playing, right? And we know some of and the people out there know some of the things that not only have we said. Ben says Sixers in 5. Do you guys see us beating the Heat? I think we can beat the Heat, right? I think we can. So we'll see how let's get there and then we can talk about it. But I think we can. Listen, you can answer.
Am I back?
Yeah, I think we can beat anybody. We can beat anybody. So are we playing our game, right? You know what I mean? Are we playing our game? Because
that's the key, Tommy. Play your game. The Heat. I don't want to talk about the Heat till we get to the Heat. But listen, the Heat are very deep, so they're going to be a test regardless. But I think if you're talking the best 5 on the court, if we get to that series, I think we have the best 5 on the court. Like our 5 is better than their 5, but they're definitely deeper than us.
Yeah, listen, they are.
I don't want to talk about that series yet, though.
If you're willing, and just start with this series, if you're willing to make the extra pass like this basketball team did last night, and we've seen it all year long when they have, and you're willing to constantly move the basketball and trust in the guy next to you, right? And you got a lot of talent too, you're going to win a lot of basketball games. And that proved last night. That's the takeaway from last night is like when you make the extra pass like this basketball team did, and guys got to make shots, but you're trusting good players that make shots, though. You're not trusting, as Sweep says, tomato cans that make shots for you. You're trusting Tyrese Maxey. You're trusting Tobias Harris. Like those guys just aren't stiffs. So you're trusting good basketball players, right, that make shots for you. And you won that last night with Joe 0 for 2 from 3, right, and Danny 0 for 5. So, I mean, 2 of your starters were 0 for out of that 50%, right? And they still shot 50%. That's how amazing that is, where you had an 0 for 7 there out of those 2 guys, and you still shot 50% from a team.
Shocking for Danny.
Yeah.
Joe, I expect that, but shocking from Danny. Really shocking.
And that point you brought up, Tommy, about the extra pass is normally that extra pass is getting one of these guys who we know can play an open look, right? You look at that one sequence in it might have been the third quarter where Joe's backing down, past the corner to the opposite corner to Toby. He drives, kicks it to a wide open Maxey for a 3, right? That's what that extra pass is doing. It's giving the guys an open shot, which yesterday they were hitting, and we know that these guys can hit on a more frequent basis than they're not.
Yeah, and you know what else? I mean, obviously this is an obvious one, but which ties into being focused and ready to go is the turnovers. I mean, the fact that they only turned the basketball over twice last night, they're starters, and the guys that are, guys who play meaningful minutes only turned the basketball over 2 times is a great thing to start the playoffs, especially against a team that, has really made you turn the ball over a bunch. Okay. And Joel, no turnovers. So think about that. Joel, no turnovers versus Toronto. And he even said after the game, he's like, I think it's the first time in my career I didn't have a turnover versus Toronto.
He played. I thought he played great last night. Yeah,
I don't need you. Listen, if other guys.
Yeah, if you don't got to score, don't score.
Well, I'm going to ask you guys a question, too, because I want to ask the people out there. Is this, I'm not saying 38 a night because that's unfair, but was that a coming out party last night from Tyrese Maxey? Because we all know the potential. But is that like a little coming out party?
I think we already knew that, though, Tommy. But it may be for nationally, though. I saw a lot of buzz. I saw a lot of buzz of people talking about him, like national people, like, "Oh, Tyrese Maxey." It's like, yeah, we kind of knew that, but he definitely got a bigger buzz now.
Well, how about this? I'm not even saying
playoff game. I mean, I know he was there last year. I'm saying first playoff start, and getting obviously, he's a huge part of his team. Where last year he was more of a role guy, because we had the plank out there. You know what I mean? So this was, his first fucking playoff game, at home with the keys to the castle. I mean. And he said, "You know what? Yeah, fill her up. Car's full. Fucking tank's full, boys. Let's go for a little ride down the fucking A1A."
I just wonder, guys they do something like that in the postseason, and their confidence just goes sky high. And he has the talent, so you got the confidence with the talent, and how freaking fast he is.
His confidence is definitely high.
I mean, and you imagine if this guy went off and averaged 28 through the first two series, right? Like, just imagine if you went over 28 the first two series. You're like, dude, Harden can average 20 a night. Then I don't even care. Harden, just give me 15 times.
It's only a matter of time. We needed this, we needed it, and we deserved it. All right. I mean, we got Joe. The other fucking planks we got watching fucking. I understand the Great Fleece of the Northeast. You know what I mean? But just watching Tatum makes me cringe. He's that good. I mean, that fucking move is fucking legendary, incredible. I didn't think he had enough time. He put himself in a spin cycle and came over. Incredible. So it still makes the hair on your fucking arms, stand up. And everybody says, "Oh, we want to talk him." I'm not saying that. I'm not going to revisit what was going to happen. All right, Danny Ainge, genius, fleeced us. Fuck. And so we deserve a fucking Maxey.
Right? And here's the crazy thing too about Maxey, and I didn't realize this till someone brought it up in a group chat with me. Tyrese Maxey was third in the league in 3-point percentage.
Yeah, he ended up third. Yeah,
he ended up third in the league at 42.7. So
the last month he was incredible, Greg.
Yeah,
he was like 56% the last month or something.
And
remember, he had that game where he had 8, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he had
a monster last month.
Right, I think the coming out party is just him being able to do it from the outside as consistently as he's doing it. Because we all know he's got the speed that can get to the hole. He's got the foot game. He's got the angles. He loves to just throw wild stuff off the backboard and it goes in.
I like when he's in full speed.
When you're third in the league in 3-point percentage, and you can take anybody in the country off the dribble, how do you defend it? You can't. And that becomes the biggest mismatch nightmare. And then you put a guy in the post, he's undefendable, right? Then you start saying, "Oh shit, how do I slow these boys down?" And that's what you need. And that's what you need. You need the third guy, right? Can one of those two guys, right, Tobias, Harden, or Maxey, go off, right? Right? Can one of those three go off a night? Because we know Joe can. And will, right? Joe can be right with you in scoring. So
he's going to play well.
Yeah. So one of the other guys a night. That's all you need to really be able to get to where you want to get to. Right now, if this guy goes off, because Tobias to me is like Mr. Consistency. I just feel like he'll give you 18, maybe he'll give you 16 some nights. Okay, but
he played well yesterday.
If he was aggressive, he was aggressive.
He was. He looked for his shot. He looked for his shot.
That's what we always say.
Best. We always say when he's looking for his shot, he's at his best. Absolutely, Greg. Absolutely.
If Maxey can give you, imagine if this kid can give you, let's just say he averaged 25 through the playoffs. Where you're going to tell me, and I'm going to tell you that we're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Look, if he averages 25 through the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, and we're healthy, we're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's it. You can just write that down somewhere. Write it down right now. If Tyrese Maxey averages 25 through the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, the Sixers will be in the Eastern Conference Finals. And if that continues into the Eastern Conference Finals, I'll see you guys. I'll see you, sons. I'll see you soon.
What? Let's stop talking about the
I'm just telling you how it worked. We're talking about a coming out party. So I'm bringing it all in.
I know where you are. You woke up this morning boned up after that.
No, I ain't boned up.
Yeah, I know where you are.
You don't know how my bones work. You don't know what gets me off. All right.
I know you more than you know yourself. Okay.
Obviously.
I clearly do. I definitely do.
See, you're missing the point. What did the conversation start with?
What gets me off?
Could this be a coming out party? That's what the conversation started. So I'm just tying it in. If the kid averages 25 throughout the playoffs, this team is extremely dangerous. That's all. You don't believe that?
I think if he averages 20, we're extremely dangerous, and I think he will average over 20.
Shut your mouth then.
I don't know. You just said you're not boned up. You definitely are.
No, I'm not. I just stiffed arm the car on Broad Street. That's all I did. My dick literally stiffed arm the car on Broad Street right now as I'm running to try to get.
That's what boned up is. The fuck?
I was boned up and me talking us into him averaging 25 a game. That's what got me boned up, not the win last night. Okay, what got me boned up is this kid. If he averaged 25 a game, I'm running down Broad hard as a rock. That's what gets you boned up. What are you talking about?
I mean, last night he definitely had you boned up last night. He was amazing.
Oh my
night.
God, you shut.
The
whole world was boned. Everybody.
That's why I'm in full agreement with you. I'm saying last night though, I don't think we can't expect that performance every night. But if he can be like 3/4 of that, I mean, we're really dangerous.
I'm not on Broad. I'm running down the lower levels of Broad, working my way up, and I got to dodge and weave a lot of automobiles, right? From tractor trailers, the little mopeds, the freaking motorcycles.
Are you on the part of Broad where they park in the middle of the street?
Just a minute. No, I'm not even there yet, dude. I'm all the way down. I'm by the stadium trying to run up to where the parade will get going. All right.
That's part of where they park in the middle of the street. That stretch of Broad heading towards Center City.
Detroit Murphy guy. Don's the best.
I'm not on Broad.
Don.
I'm like on Broad, but it's a different type of line. Like, we're not on Broad already at the parade. We're on Broad trying to get to the parade. All right, that's what we're trying to get to. Trying to get to a parade. I did.
He's crossing the bend right now on foot. Is anybody watching the Phoenix game? Because Phoenix plays fucking lockdown defense.
Yeah, I got it all. They're decent.
Yeah, their defense is decent. Jesus Christmas.
Pelicans also stink, but they're great.
Yeah, I mean Pelicans can usually score it though.
Suns are great though.
What's Mikal Bridges plays ridiculous D and Ayton, and so does Jay Crowder plays great D too.
Yeah. There's another guy every time I watch.
He wanted the peanut butter.
Always on winning team.
He wanted peanut butter and jelly. He wanted peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Guy can't have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You don't draft that.
Peanut butter jelly.
No.
Peanut butter jelly.
No, that's a red flag. That should be red flag.
Like, you're like, yo, like, do you like a peanut butter and jelly? And the guy's like, I can't have it. And you're like,
nope.
You can't what?
You
know what? Nope, I'm
My
good.
nephew can't have it.
Fucking Villanova.
He's got peanut butter. He's got peanut allergy.
Villanova guy in your backyard. Hey, let's trade him. Let's fucking draft him. Have him fucking on cloud nine. And
first off, his mom works for the Sixers. They had that whole thing, remember? That was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets to go where his mom works. It's incredible. They even did like a highlight thing about it. And then like 20 minutes later, it's like, and the Sixers trade Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, and a day later,
what just happened?
A day later, really, his mom was traded to Phoenix too in the same role over there.
Unreal.
Dude, she got traded.
Yeah, for an HR guy to be named later.
And we didn't even re-sign Jimmy. We didn't even need that $1 million after all.
And I'm sorry for all the people out there with peanut allergies. I just will never like Zaire Smith, so I always peanut allergy him up. You know what I mean?
I don't know why the peanut allergy thing. He's just a fucking bum on the court.
So, he's not even on the court. He still can't even be cleared.
He's just a bum in general.
I'm so glad we grew up before all these allergies came out. Because if I had a peanut allergy, I'd just off myself.
Yeah, we would know. Yep.
Yeah, and you definitely wouldn't dip your nuggets in peanut oil.
No. Like dipping in peanut butter though.
It's chicken nuggets. I'm sorry.
That's strange.
Jason, yes, I have heard Raptors fans saying Embiid's dirty. I think it's just clown talk. Like, I mean,
yeah, all they're doing is trying. Nick Nurse is trying to get a couple calls tomorrow.
Yeah, he's trying to even it out, which is what he should
get a couple calls. I think maybe one of them could have been called, but a couple of them were he's just going for shots. Just don't stop sticking your fucking face in there. Then I don't know what to tell you. You stick your face in there, it's gonna get hit.
Gator Country said Brett Brown is working at Denny's. I think he's more like a Waffle House type of guy now. I mean,
he's probably assistant coach for Australia. Getting ready for the FIBAs.
Getting ready for another guy coming through the system that doesn't shoot. Darren says Phillies fans need to relax.
Do we?
This is a little off topic. We're talking Sixers, but we'll still answer it. Bats are cold right now. We'll circle back to this, Darren, in a little bit. But he said it's way too.
Yeah, I agree with that, Darren. Though you don't have to worry about anything yet. Worry about the pitching. But that's around the leg. At least we haven't got any injuries because everyone's dropping around the leg, which is probably due to the fucking, fact that it was a 3-week fucking spring training.
Here we go. Legion says Embiid isn't a dirty player. He's aggressive. I agree with you, Legion.
Yeah, he played very aggressive last night, which is
big.
how we want him to play.
And he's 7 foot. He's a big boy.
And Legion, he's not in. Maxey's not in the running for most improved player, which is kind of insane.
But the number 2 overall pick is it makes no sense. The NBA.
That's not improved. He should be good.
I know. That's why that was my point.
I know. I'm right with you. I'm like,
the number 2 overall pick should never be the most improved unless he goes away. Unless he pulls like a Josh Hamilton, right? He goes away from the league and comes back at times.
What, does heroin, gets a bunch of tattoos.
Dirty hookers in Memphis. You know what I mean? It happens.
Comes back, says he's a man of God, does heroin again. Matt Bush tried to kill a guy. He's back.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I mean, he did. He ran a guy over, I'm pretty sure. He was in jail for a while. Then he came back to he's going to be a pitcher now. He was like a number 1 overall pick outfielder, I think.
Yeah, Padres. Yeah.
Yep.
So what do you guys? How you guys feeling?
He started for the Rangers the other night, but it was like one of those pitch openers, And I was like, is that Matt Bush starting right now? What the fuck is going on?
He throws 100. Everybody throws 100, but
Yeah, I was gonna say the whole league throws 100 now. Apparently,
you get the drift.
What's Hunter Green threw 39 of them yesterday? It was crazy. Most ever in a game.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's got good shit.
Decent, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like him. The Reds will trade him in a year, probably. Fucking morons. Hopefully to us.
All right. What do you think about tomorrow night? What's your give me a score prediction and player of the game?
I'll go first. I'm gonna say 117, 108 Sixers. Player of the game. I think Joel has a big game tomorrow, like points wise. I'm gonna say Joel goes for 40 and 15.
All right.
That'd be all right. Let's see here. I want to get you to the line. It's -7.
I would assume Van Vliet scores a bunch of points tomorrow for them, especially if Scotty Barnes. Well, they're saying Scotty Barnes ain't playing. If Gary Trent doesn't play as well, I would assume Van Vliet's going to shoot a lot. So anybody's doing same game parlays, I would Van Vliet the points up.
-7, 217.5.
Yeah. I'll say 118, 110 Sixers. So they cover it.
Yeah, I had them just covering as well.
Yep. They'll win. They'll win. And you went Joe. That's where I think it's a Joe night. But then I'll go different since you went Joe. I'll say Harden.
Oh,
he's gonna be early and score tomorrow night. Just to be different because it's I think it's gonna be Joe, but
yeah,
I don't feel like Queen sweeping that. So just to be a little different, maybe he goes for 30. Maybe Joe's at 28, right? 2 behind him. I would love to say Maxey. Maxey goes for 30 again. That'd be glorious. Literally. Then I'm hard as a rock. Then I'm just I'm on a pole. I'm on one of them pole things.
Pogo stick.
Yeah, pogo stick. I couldn't think of it on the fly. Thank you.
Fine. I got you, buddy. 115, 105 Sixers.
Well, 10-piece nugget, no sauce.
I mean, it was between one of the two you guys went with. So.
No sauce. I think Swoops got sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Swoops has got sauce.
The guy after him doesn't go sauce. So
no sauce. No sauce for Greg. Fucking weirdo.
Yeah, Joe.
He's probably a serial killer. That's like a serial killer trait.
Agree
people that don't dip nuggets in sauces. Serial killer trait.
Joe's over 30 and over 30 and 12 again. 30, 12, and 5 assists, handful of blocks. Just an MVP night for the big fella tomorrow night.
Oh, and if you hit this for everybody out there listening and commenting in, if you comment in the right score, right, and the tiebreaker's player of the game, and you nail the score for both teams, right, little $25 little Venmo gift to you from A2 Dave. You nail it. You got to comment and screenshot it. And if you nail it,
how's your father? All right.
Yep, you get a little gift. You get a little gift. So I see Johnny saying, and Greg, go. I'll just reach out real quick. 124, 108 Sixers and beat 35 and 17. We'll love that night. Jason Jason says 105.97 Sixers. JoJo player to game 35 and 12. I love the under 100 right there. That'd be great. Then it's really ton of Bill. Like a Bill, I don't want this stench on me. Bill says 115.99 Embiid player to game.
Big win today for Bill. I'm sure he's on cloud 9.
Don with another profile. That looks to be Isaiah.
That's correct.
Yeah, you got Don. Would you stop it? Now I'm on a pogo stick. Right now, I'm pogoing around the neighborhood. Look at Tom. He's just pogoing.
Just using it as a kickstand. Hey, look at Tom. Just relaxing.
Pulled out my third leg.
Jimmy Max for 40. I can't even. I'm gonna need a Watson rub down tomorrow.
Where's Tom? He's catching a Watson.
Tom's getting a Watson.
That's spectacular. That's spectacular. Wait, that might be used. That's gonna start getting used. That's great.
Get a Watson.
Yeah.
Oh, Greg, go ahead before I do.
Like Sherlock Holmes just looking for a Watson.
115, 102. Player to game. I'll go just to be different because I do tend to agree that I think Joe's bounced back. But I'm gonna go Toby. I like what I saw. I like what I saw the other night. He was aggressive when he needed to be, and he had a really good showing. So I'm gonna hope that he keeps that up. So yeah, I'll go Toby just to be different.
Get off my 115, would you please?
I don't know what Brandon Higgins
Did
trying
you
to do right
115
there. Clearly a walk.
115.
I'll go 114.
This is the Price is Right. You can fucking have a bit of dollar.
I got a quick question for you guys. Anyone that's watching this game.
I hate that, by the way. I hate that now. The Price is Right. I hate the $1 over the highest. It's the worst.
That's the smartest bid though, Greg.
Yeah, I get it. You fuck
somebody else over too. You fuck somebody over.
Yeah.
That's when you get
you got a small window, don't you, there, buddy? Huh?
Well, you'll appreciate this. That's when you get Denzel and he got game.
Oh yeah, yeah. 2-piece.
Walks up to the
little 2-piece and a Coke.
Got him with the fist in the elbow. Night.
Boop boop. See ya.
Stopping by.
By the way, the question I was about to ask. They just showed Zion. I saw a video of Zion like fucking crossover dribbling and throwing a reverse dunk down just yesterday. So why is he not playing?
That's what he does. He just dunks.
I mean, he played well when he was healthy last year. I don't understand why he's not playing. He looks healthy.
I think he's still technically hurt.
Yeah, they said he hasn't been cleared he's been practicing, but he hasn't practiced 5-on-5 yet.
Yeah, he's still not cleared to actually play.
Oh, that's weird. To me, that's weird. If you look healthy like that, I got to be on the court.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, what doctor is watching that and saying, I can't clear you? I don't understand. I mean,
yeah, he looks fine.
It was like a
scale.
Reverse dunk or something.
Yeah, I mean, listen, these guys, this is the problem sometimes. Right? A lot of guaranteed money. And I don't know. I'm just the type of teammate that will get rubbed the wrong way by it. Like,
yeah, me too.
What did you just do? A 360, bro? You did 360?
Well, I'm just like, aren't you ready to go? Well, like to me, I mean, I'd be mad if they're holding him back and they won't let him, then I'd be mad at the organization. But
yeah.
I mean, if you're ready to go, let's go. Giddy up.
You got a threesome right there that can win some basketball games.
I would think so. Listen, I've always liked Valanciunas. I always liked Jonas.
Yeah, let's not be mistaken here. They are a dangerous basketball team if they have all three of them on the court.
I think next year they will be dangerous because I like Herbert Jones too. I think he's going to get better.
Teresa, right on my score. I mean, we'll split the 25.
Teresa's Sweeps is going to expect $12.50 in the Venmo. Teresa,
Sweeps doesn't know what Venmo is, but he'll.
Yeah.
Chrissy's got it. Send it to her.
Send me a 10-piece taco or something.
Party pack. Drop a party pack off.
Darren says 116.
Full gamut of everybody.
I like that.
Long walks. Everybody likes long walks on the beach. I mean, he gave us the whole gamut here. Appreciate you there.
12 dimes from the Harden. Okay.
That's right around where he's at, right? I mean, I think like that's sort of expected.
Yeah, if if you bet like over 10.5, it's like even money. So yeah, they expect him to get about 11.
Yeah, always. I think he's second or third in the league in assists. So, he's really like, but guess who he's played with too, right? I mean, he's had to change his game a little bit too because who he plays with. He played with those guys in Brooklyn, and you got to change it up a little bit. You got to get those guys at basketball. So it's a different type of thing. And
how about that game today? Whew.
Same thing here. Well, we'll get
Kyrie going off, fucking flipping the bird to the fans and shit. That shit was wild. I was like, this is an Easter Sunday, Kyrie. What are we doing? I kind of loved it, though. I liked the villain role. And especially with him burying shots, I was like, oh, my God. Boston fans might want to quiet down. Yeah, might be giving him a little incentive. Might want to peep it. Because he was fucking hitting everything. I was like, wow, they're going to come back and win this fucking game. And then fucking Jason Tatum. Spin move heard around the country.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't believe that fucking what's called passed it.
Marcus Smart.
Smart. I thought for sure Smart was going to shoot it, and then when he pumped and dribbled in, I thought he was going to shoot the step in jumper, and then because the ball's the pass right there, it's like there's like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
A misplay, a juggle of any kind, the game's over.
Yep.
Yeah, I would.
DeAndre Ayton is all over the court right now.
It's just great.
I should have put $1 million on the Suns.
I think that was back court.
It's just great basketball. Not this. I'm not talking about the Suns. I'm talking about like that last possession by Boston.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was great ball movement, and Marcus. It was a winning play by Marcus Smart, and it's a guy that we've always said is a guy that you expect to make winning plays.
Yep.
I mean that's why we've always liked Marcus Smart.
A lot of guys go Jack City there because they're selfish.
And he knows he's not a good shooter. Like the percentages are, he's probably not going to make that shot.
Well, that's why it's terrible defense too. I mean, guys went out. I mean,
he had 2 guys closed it out on him.
You thought Steph was taking it. I thought it was Steph Curry taking that 3. I mean, the amount of the whole team.
Yeah, fucking Nicholas Claxton or Speedy, wherever they call him, went into the fucking 3rd row. Where are you going, dude? Jesus.
Guy left the gym. Guy jumped out the gym. Literally jumped out.
That was bad defense there, but it was great ball movement.
Horrendous defense. I feel like nobody realized what was the end of the game. Like I feel like guys thought it was like game 72 of the regular season, and we're in the second quarter. It just felt weird to me that last possession. But that's the Nets, right? They can light you up, but they're not good defensively. Let's not be mistaken.
No. Man, it was like I was watching. As I was watching it, I'm like, I really shouldn't want the Nets to win because these two are, these two are very dangerous. But the Celtics are a better team. So, I found myself rooting for the Nets. You know what I mean?
When Kyrie started hitting on them shots, I was kind of rooting for the Nets. I'm not going to lie because I was kind of liking it. I was like, oh, he's flicking them off again. I like it. I like it.
No doubt. You know what I mean? Just the Celtics are just, a better basketball team. You know what I mean? So that's why, if you can bounce them out. We know that the Nets aren't a true 7 seed. So this isn't some upset of the 8.
But we would have home court over the Nets if we played them. So... I totally agree with you, Sweeps.
Yeah, I think both
if you play Boston, they have home court.
Both are obviously tough, but the Sweeps point, the Celtics are definitely more of a basketball team.
Yeah.
And they were the hot doggy down the stretch. So I would personally love to see a Nets upset there. Because listen,
I'd be cool with the Nets beating them and beating Milwaukee.
Yeah,
I would love to get there and see the Nets. Now I don't know if we can beat Miami. I think it's gonna be a tough series.
We've all watched basketball a long time and sports a long time, right?
Yeah.
I just want to bring something up to you guys. The perfect rating for the NBA.
It's us versus the Nets in the Eastern Conference Finals. Absolutely. It's absolutely Tom.
Silver platter. We can talk about sunglasses inside.
With fucking shitbird back. Yep, absolutely.
We can talk about a prima donna for fucking 28 hours.
But then we also get to the thing that we've been saying for a while. We cannot lose to them.
Oh my God.
We just can't. We cannot lose to them.
He might drop 30. Next thing you know, he's hitting Harden step backs. Right? I mean, that would be our.
No, that's not going to happen. We know that's not going to happen.
He's been challenged.
Is he even going to get on the court? Well, that's why they're pushing so hard for him to get on the court because they know they're not good at defense. They know they can't play defense. What's it called? An absolute liability defensively. Every time he was out there, they would go right. Jaylen Brown went right at him the whole end of the game. Number one, Bruce Brown. Is that Bruce Brown? Whoever the fuck his name is. Absolute liability.
Yeah, I don't care if he comes back or not, but by that point, he probably would be.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're saying he's going to be back at some point during this series.
So
But who knows?
that would be hysterical.
And him and Claxton, they'll never make a free throw. Claxton's a fucking atrocious.
Yeah. Claxton's a bum.
Fucking bowled two of them down the stretch.
Don, talk about boner talk. Yup, Adam Silver.
And he's got Rip on there now. Don with the little Rip.
Right.
Fear the mask.
Guys,
boned up if he could get that matchup.
I hated it. I'm not gonna lie to you, Don. He is a damn good player. I hated Richard Hamilton. Fucking hated him. He had like 2 game winners against Syracuse during his college career. And I just fucking hated UConn so much. I fucking hate Rip Hamilton.
Ted says Seth can't cover either, and you're not wrong, Ted.
No, Seth can't cover either. No, he can't.
Yeah, I agree, John. The Nets lack size.
Deion, what's it called? Got fouled out. He fouled out so quick tonight. It was ridiculous, right? DeAndre.
And so does the other group.
We had Andre Drummond. Drummond fouled out so quick today, I feel like.
And the other guy can't. The other team doesn't have a lot of length either at this point. So it's more of a guard series. Nets Celtics. It's really what's two.
Yeah, Horford hit the boards pretty hard today, though.
Yeah.
I thought he boarded well. He's a piece. I fucking always hate Al Horford, but he plays well for them.
yeah.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I fucking hate him. But he does play well for them, though. He does. Just, I mean, proof's in the pudding.
Yeah. Drummond did not foul out, but he only played 17 minutes.
Okay. What do you have? How many fouls in 17 minutes?
4.
Yeah. I was gonna say I felt like when he was on the court, he's fouling every fucking play.
That's like your boy Paul.
That's why I figured he fouled out. No, it is. They were like, all right, we're just get him off the fucking court.
That's like
Kind of like what I've been saying for years. Everyone said we lost someone Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond can't be on the court in the playoffs. Fucking stinks.
But you want your boy Paul Reed on the court in the playoffs.
B-ball Paul. B-ball Paul. Hey, he was out there. He made a couple things happen yesterday.
You want to know how many fouls he had in 11 minutes? Well,
I told you. He's a stat stuffer, Tom. That's what he does.
4 fouls in 11 minutes.
That's what he does.
That's not what you want. You just said it, jackass.
I know.
Said it. So now you want 4 fouls in 11 minutes?
No, but sometimes you got to take a foul, though. I bet you 2 of those were good fouls.
You for your son. Look at you. Look at you, Swaddle City.
2 of those were good fouls. There were 2 good fouls there.
Yeah,
I remember them clear as day. They only went 1 for 2 from the line. 2 good fouls.
Hey, listen. I mean, to your point, I mean, he does find himself in every category: 3 points, 3 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Hey,
the dude makes things happen, Tommy.
Enzo, hey, Enzo, how you doing? 3 points, 3 rebounds.
I'm willing to do him than DeAndre Jordan. I'm just making the point that that's what Doc was trying.
That's also his role. His role's out there to mix it up a little bit.
I love a mix-up. I can't have 4 and 11 minutes consistently in the playoffs. Calm down.
There were 2 good fouls there. 2 good fouls.
2 and 11 minutes is acceptable. All right, I can't be having 4. That means you're fucking so palmy. Calm your life down. Calm your life down. You can still have energy and not have to foul every time you're around somebody.
He's learning. He's learning. He's taking his first steps.
I agree with you. There's a lot of learning.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I've said this on air before. Like if I go 12 deep, I got 3 goons on the backside, 3 guys, and I just give them a look. Oh yeah, I got 3 Lambeers.
Get out there and take 5. Yeah,
I got 3 Lambeers without the talent at the 10, 11, and 12 are my Lambeers without talent. Hey, Biff.
You just said, well,
Durant is the clothesline. Thank you.
Yeah, but Drummond also does not all the things that Paul Reed does do. The energy he gives you, Drummond's a slug on the court. He don't give you that energy. He just rebounds. That's all he can do.
Okay, I hear you. I'm just making the point that you then contradicted yourself. So I just want.
No, I did not. But does Paul Reed take fouls? He absolutely takes fouls. But he gives more energy than Andre Drummond.
Let me be clear. I'd rather see Paul Reed on the court than DeAndre Jordan. There's no
and Andre Drummond.
Maybe not Andre Drummond, but
yes, absolutely.
No, I disagree.
He's a bum.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot if you would.
I'm not an idiot at all. He's a bum.
You are. You just.
I'm not at all.
No.
I guarantee I have a higher IQ than you.
That's debatable. Big time.
I'll tell you what. We can take an IQ test sometime coming up soon if you'd like.
fucking lie detector test. Like, what are you talking about? An IQ test? Like,
They have IQ tests.
I hear you, Wells. It's pretty clear, just by the way we have conversations, who has a higher IQ.
Yeah, it's me by far.
Okay,
1,000%.
Because the guy remembers
1,000% me.
Oh,
I actually have a pretty high IQ. I've taken the test before.
By the way,
So you better shoot high there, killer.
What is it?
by the way, this game's
Like
down.
121 or something.
By the way, this game's down to 8. 18-4 run. 18-4 run. This game's down to 8.
I'm not too smart.
I like Cameron Artist Payne, but he is making nothing right now. Or Cameron, sorry, he dropped the artist, didn't he? Cameron Payne.
And I have no problem with Paul Reed, like you're saying.
I don't know. Listen, I just like
Hold
Paul
on.
Reed.
I'm reading the comment. I'm reading Night Panda's comment. Night Panda. Think about a night, like a Night Panda.
I like Night Panda.
Reed for 10 minutes is fine. He should have been developed all season. I hear you. I hear you. And he's developed by playing, like I guess, with the minor league team. So where he actually gets minutes, right? I don't know. I'm fine.
I tell you what. I do like New. I know we're off topic because I'm watching this fucking game, but I do like New Orleans moving forward because I like CJ McCollum. He's a very good player.
Oh, you made him better the second he walked in.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I bet the Pelicans tonight plus 10.5. I mean,
well, you love that run then, didn't you?
Oh, big fan of runs.
Let's go Phoenix.
I was gonna say I have Phoenix, so you're probably in good shape.
Literally
I've
said
had a bad weekend.
Phoenix and the overs.
Uncle Mush Wells. If you said on air, oh man,
I should have put $1 million on him. I know.
The run started as soon as you said it. It was like,
well, it makes sense because I've had a very bad weekend. Had a monster weekend last week. Had a bad weekend this week. That's how it works. The ebbs and flows of gambling.
How does that rebound get through? Oh, my don't.
How does Devin Booker take that shot? Like,
and add one.
Is that Willie Green?
It is Willie Green.
Is he their head coach?
Yeah, Willie Green's their head coach.
What the fuck? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Look at Willie Green out there, former Sixer.
Willie's done a great job. I mean,
who was their coach? Wasn't it that shitbag fucking Stan Van Gundy?
No, it was the other guy, Alvin Gentry.
Oh, I like Alvin actually. He didn't do the job, but I don't dislike Alvin.
Yeah,
he got passed up in Sacramento too. He was the interim over there as well this year. Once they fired Walton, and they passed it on him.
He used to be he was a Phoenix head coach for a while, I think. Gentry, yeah. That's a good pass there. Oh, what a play, Larry Nance. Oh, he got it off. It's a big play there, Tommy, for you.
Wow. You're early on me.
Sorry.
No, I enjoy it.
First, the pass.
I need a big fourth quarter. I got 224 overs. Come on, boys.
What's up, Ryan? See you commenting in.
What's up, Ryan?
Mr. Wayne said sweeps look like a new man. We talked about that before we came on.
I was gonna say I didn't mention the fact that sweeps over here. I was like, whoa, that's right. Baseball season has started. Whoa.
And Edward, I think it was Van Gundy there though with the Pelicans.
He was their head coach for a little bit. Yeah, I knew that at some point.
I don't know when he got
Stan Van.
I don't know when
Stan Van's a shitbag. As a coach, I don't know him as a person, but he's a shitbag coach.
Yeah, both Van Gundy stunk.
Yeah, Jeff. I'll take Jeff. At least he'll go out there and grab a leg for you.
He was. Wow.
Jeff was fiery.
Yeah.
Not sure how good of a coach he was because he should have won a title with them Knicks teams, but he was fiery.
Ryan, the question tonight was, can the
Sixers sweep?
The Sixers will sweep. So I got everything as an agree-disagree question. Agree or disagree.
Yeah, we all disagreed.
So we all
But we think that's going to end in 5, likely. I'll tell you what, though. The losing of those 3 guys, though, if they're really out, Tom, then a sweep is on the table.
That's kind of why.
But I mean, obviously, we got to win tomorrow. That's the big thing. Can't lay an egg. We've been laying eggs at home the last couple of fucking postseasons. Can't lay an egg. Got to come out and win tomorrow.
Brian, don't you dare give Craig any fucking remotely window of credit for this full question. You understand? All right.
It was the first time in ATD history that I think it was unanimous in the chat and unanimous on the panel for a disagree, just because they have 2 guys who can still freaking light you up, though. They still have
a good coach.
And a good coach. So,
absolutely.
So, I mean, I hear those losses are not going to help them throughout the series. But in terms of what they have still, it's not like they don't have firepower still. It's not like they don't have guys that haven't hurt us in the past. So I'm erring on the side of caution, a lot of caution tape around this property here.
Another guy that you would think probably gets an uptick in scoring for them, and anybody that's doing like a same game parlay would be Precious Achua. I would think that he gets an uptick in scoring if these guys are out.
Yeah, Precious will drop 25 tomorrow since you said that.
That was fantastic. I just love the segue. Like I just love the old that was like a straight car salesman right there. It was fantastic. It was like, man, hey,
DFS Willie, I'm trying to get that shit trademark.
The family, man, haven't seen you in a while. Hey, if you're looking for a fucking a nice fucking Corvette here, I got one around back here. It's got 3 times. Just right into that fucking daily fantasy. That was fantastic.
That's how we do it.
Mr. Wing, yeah, we gave him out. We can give him out again. And mine was 118, 110.
Yeah, well, I think I had 117, 109.
115, 105, Mr. Wing. Good to see you, my friend. Happy Easter.
What's up, Mr. Wing?
114, 102.
And Mr. Wing, if you nail the score prediction tomorrow night, and you got to give a player the game, but if you nail it, you get $25 little Venmo or Cash App, whatever you have, whatever you got around.
Whatever you're rolling with.
And Ryan,
equal opportunity cash senders.
Ryan, we talked about that earlier on as well. I mean, Tyrese Maxey should be on the list for most improved players. We don't understand the list. We don't understand how the number 2 overall pick is involved in that. But listen,
who's on the list?
I don't. It's hold on. I'll tell it to you. 1 second. Let me pull it up.
I would think DeJounte Murray has to be on it. He had a good one.
He is. It's DeJounte Murray. It is Darius Garland and John Morant.
Yeah, I don't know why John Morant's on it. I mean, he was already a star.
Yeah, he's a star.
What, he became a superstar, maybe, but he was already a star.
Yeah.
Darius Garland, to me, it should be.
Darius Garland's a top 15 pick, too. Like,
yeah, but it's about the leap that they take in the year, though, Greg.
Yeah.
I mean, did Ja take that big of a leap this year?
Wilson,
he was a stud last year.
Wilson's 100% right. I mean, it's just like we run a camp at USIS every year. You know, you give out most improved. That's for the guy, the guy that wasn't very, the kid that wasn't very talented.
Yeah, made a jump.
Gave you everything he got. By Thursday, say, hey man, you're very coachable. Thank you. John Moran was always a pimp.
Yeah, like that doesn't make to me. I would remove Morant and put Maxey in. You know what I mean? Like then I like the Garland and I like the DeJounte Murray.
Real quick. I don't.
Even though Garland had a bad game in that play-in game the other night at home.
I don't give a fuck about like awards per se. Right?
Yeah, neither do I.
Because the greatest award of all is if you cut nets down. Because everything comes with that. And if more players understood that, I think maybe, guys would lock in a little bit more, right? That those things are great and those things are incentives and they get you more money, right? I get all those things, right? In your contracts, I understand it all. All right? Understand it all. But you know what else gets you a lot more money in your bank account? Winning something. Winning something comes with a lot of deals. A lot of deals. Even for the guy who's just a fucking 10th guy. 10th guy fucking was just doing cardio before the game, right? And pregame shooting around, getting stretched out, doesn't play a minute. He's getting on a car. He's on a car salesman commercial. Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that
dealership commercial.
It's like what's the one commercial I keep seeing? There's a Dallas Goedert commercial rolling around.
Yep, you win somewhere. You right, or you're part of something like that. You're gonna get all the little incentives you need.
It's Goddard and somebody else too. I forget who it is. Defensive player, I think.
It's Vontae Maddox.
Yeah, Vontae Maddox. That's who it is.
Yeah, they're roommates.
And Jordan Poole's a name that you could put on there, maybe over Darius Garland. I hear that. That's the only argument because I think
I like Jordan Poole a lot too. He had a great year. Played amazing when Steph went down.
Devlin's making the case for Ja.
Golden State's tough, by the way. That's going to be a great series if they play Phoenix.
Devlin says he went from averaging 19 to 27 points per game. Ja deserves it.
I mean, he already averaged 19 though.
Yeah. No, I mean, Devin, I get that. I mean, but he's the number 2 overall pick.
Every great,
like we said, he's already a pimp.
Every great scorer that you've ever seen in
taking the next step, and that's listen,
every great scorer you've ever seen in NBA history, right? All the great scorers from year 1 to 2 take their biggest jump. So that's just 101 basketball. So that means the people that are giving out these awards don't understand 101 basketball. 101 basketball is if a guy's a pimp from year 1 to year 2, he takes a monster fucking leap. That happens.
Yeah, usually year 1 they average like 14 or get used to the league.
Oh, look at
and
stats.
Then pop up to 24.
Go look at every great player's stats and then tell me, come back and everybody circle back to the chat and say, Tom, you know what? No notes. Appreciate you. Because everyone fucking does. And the one that really always stands out to me is Carmelo Anthony. I know it relates to you Q guys, but like year 1 to year 2, he took a monster jump in scoring. That's just like one example of a guy. I think he might average like 15 or 16. Like it wasn't bad, but his second year was like, hey, I'm here. I'm
28 probably.
Yeah,
he was a scorer. I mean, Melo was a scorer. We know that.
I'm gonna lead a score, but we knew this. So it's like we're now giving out awards on something that was supposed to happen instead of giving out awards on stuff that wasn't supposed to. Most improved is somebody who wasn't supposed to.
Or like, didn't show this kind of thing last year. Like there was a couple flashes with Tyrese last year. Remember? There's some flashes. I think he had a 30-point game at one point. But like to come on and what the average for the year? Like 17 or 18 and be third in 3-point percentage? Like that's a monster leap. And like Jordan Poole, another one, had a monster leap. Well, all I'm saying is Morant averaged almost 20.
Yeah,
last year.
First of all,
you're already a stud.
If you don't want to give it, if you don't want to give it to Maxey, if you don't want to
pick should matter.
If you don't want to give it to Maxey, that's fine. But you got a guy that was a bench guy that had limited minutes, all right, a limited role because he was a rookie. Don't get me wrong, all right, and then was thrust into what he was thrust into because the other guy was a pussy, all right, and the kid flourished and fucking shined, all right. Come on, dude. If that's not the most improved, are you fucking kidding me? Come on.
First of all, where you picked absolutely matters. Okay, I don't want to hear that doesn't matter because it's about the guy who isn't supposed to be. Like Jordan Poole was in the G League. Forget Maxey for a minute. Jordan Poole was in the G League. Okay, wasn't supposed to. Devin, I don't care about awards. Yes, he's like you said. Well, you said you really don't care about awards, or he said you seem like you really do care about awards. I don't. We're just having sports conversation, and in a sports conversation,
it's just dumb that John Morant's nominated. That's all.
That's it.
In my opinion.
Yeah, you want to have Garland. You want to have, obviously, Deontay Murray.
Oh, Larry Fitz.
Most improved means a guy who's not supposed to be good. That's what I take from most improved. A guy who's like, man, this guy really wasn't supposed to be this kind of player. Maybe good, but not this kind of player. I was supposed to be a game changer for the Memphis Grizzlies. Was supposed to change their franchise. So how's he most improved? He's supposed to be improved.
Listen, I don't know what the college thing has anything to do with it. And I understand circling back to Greg or you guys saying the top pick. Even that doesn't, for me, even that doesn't matter because that's just.
Yeah, I don't care either. Yeah,
I don't care.
A bunch of slugs, top picks.
That could be more hype. That could be more whatever, right? So in your first year, if you're banged up, you're dealing with injuries, you're in a bad system, you might not have figured it out. Then you figure it out in year 2. If you were a top 10 pick and you were, you had a shit first year and then you went fucking berserk, then I give it to you too. You know what I mean? And so I wasn't looking at it like that.
No, it all circles.
Ja had a good enough first year to me where, he went from star to maybe superstar now, you know what I mean? So yeah, of course that's a jump, but if you're just looking at the 2, and even if you, like I said, if you don't want to talk about Maxey, that's fine, you know what I mean? But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm right with you. I think we're in the same exact thing here.
Everything goes down the same road at one point, right? All lead road to one. All roads lead to one road here, and what all the roads are is projection. Then you showing in year 1 you can play, like to your point, Sleeves, right? Then you show in year 1 you can play. Then the most improved thing's out the window because you already showed everybody you can play.
Yeah, you're average 20 a game.
Yeah, you're living up to your hype. So it's
all talking about guys that go from 7 to 18 points a game, or 7 to 20.
Everybody's now going to hang on my words in the chat that I said, well, because he was number 2 overall. No, I'm putting it all together. I'm putting a timeline of supposed to be good together. That's the timeline I'm putting together.
There was a stretch of games where Tyrese didn't play last year because he was struggling as a rookie.
Yeah.
Markelle Fultz could have been comeback player of the year if in year 2 he found shit out, figured shit out. Because in year 1 it looked like maybe he can't play. So it's all in context, Dev. I love you, brother, but it's all in context. Everything's got to be 1 + 1 = 2 here. 1 + 1 never equals 3.
I hate Markelle Fultz. I hate him.
I mean, Maxey probably went to Greg's point. He came out early, and we're like, "Oh, dude, we kind of like this. We like this guy. We knew, we felt like we had something there. I mean, Doc had him in the rotations and stuff, and then I don't think he played for a month. No fucking shit. Go back and look. I don't think he played for a month.
Then
right?
It was definitely a while. Definitely wild sweeps.
But listen, I don't care. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, who cares?
That's a great player. That's a great player. Whatever they want to give him, they can give him. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's everybody's.
We just disagree with him being there because he's probably going to win the award. I would assume.
I mean, he's the most improved, I guess, if that's the way you're looking at it.
That's the way you're going to do it. I mean, he went from star to superstar, but I think DeJounte Murray might have been most improved to me.
And like I said,
I didn't realize how good he was. And then I watched him a lot this year. He's really good. DeJounte Murray.
Different strokes for different folks, man. Like everybody looks at things different. You know what I mean? So, like we get to well, you guys are homers when we say about Embiid, but I don't want to hear that. Like I listen, and I know the big fella has said that Joker.
It's going to be close, dude. There's actually it's teetering towards Joel.
Joker is fantastic. I mean, their numbers are sick. I just look what this dude did from pillar to post, and I understand the other guy did it from pillar to post too. But I don't, with all the fucking drama and all the bullshit that was going on around here.
Oh my God,
the dude was just a fucking monster all year.
Listen, he plays defense. Everybody tells me, well, listen, he plays the other side of the ball.
The other guy did have a good defensive year, too.
I don't understand how, though, honestly.
Better than he's ever had.
I just don't know how he was. He's ranked like the third by their defensive metrics, which I don't get. That's some nerd shit. I just don't understand it. He's like the third ranked defensive player in the NBA.
That's
which is crazy.
I look at my eyes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, listen, I can see him. He's definitely better with his footwork on D, so he's definitely better. But I wouldn't rate him as the third best defensive player in the NBA. That's kind of crazy to me.
Yep.
Yeah, I watched
DeAndre Ayton's definitely better defensively than he is, in my opinion.
Yeah, I watch the guys who can impact the rim.
Yep.
Right? Like who can impact the rim. And like not Norman Powell, Gary Trent had a wide open look last night, and Joel came crashing over. Like he was going to block it, and the guy came up a little short. Right? So, I mean, shit happens.
Jesus. This game is
wild
wild
right now. Chris Paul? Did you see that pass that freaked the hell out of Ayton?
Yeah, what? This game's wild right now. And then Chris Paul just intercepted the pass back. The fuck?
Bill, I would probably give Defensive Player of the Year to Marcus Smart. I think he's a tremendous defender. I think
it's Mikal Bridges, but I'm not sure he's going to get it.
But Bridges
probably give it to fucking Gobert again, like usual.
Hopefully it's not, because Bridges and Smart are two great defenders. So
yeah,
I don't care who wins what, but they're two good names. And yeah, Don, I think Giannis should be ahead of Joker. I mean,
that's what I thought. If Joe was going to get snubbed, and I understand the numbers, and I'm not, like I said, I thought if Joe was going to get beat, it was going to be by spelling bee. That's what I thought. You know what I mean? He's having a better year than his MVP year. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. There, a lot of people are saying now it's probably going to be
he's the only guy.
It's like three-way vote ever. A lot of people are saying
he's the only guy you can argue with me that's better. He's the only guy in the league that you can tell me he's better than Joe. He's the only fucking guy. He's the only guy that somebody can have an argument with me. He's the only guy because he plays both sides too. Like that's in the run
at their position. Yeah, I agree.
No, the only guy. Like I said, the only guy.
I don't.
How he can impact the game.
I know a lot of people might disagree with me, but I think it's Steph Curry.
Oh, well, I mean, listen, yeah, I get you there. I mean, he impacts the game in a totally different way.
Just the way that he plays the game.
He's the only guy on the perimeter that can impact the game like that.
It's unreal. It's unreal.
Yeah. He's the only guy. But like nobody else can do that. Like KD's a great shooter, Kyrie's a great shooter, but like Steph can do it. Like not that those guys can't, but
he's got the ball on a string. It's crazy. Yeah,
from three, like constantly just stroke you, and he doesn't stop moving. Never stops.
It's just how quick he gets the fucking shot off. It's unreal. I was watching a couple yesterday. When they actually the other team, made a run yesterday, and then he hit like 2 threes in a row. It's like as soon as he catches it, it's out of his hand. How does he do it so quickly? I don't even get it. It's crazy.
Listen,
and you know, as soon as he turns around, it's nothing but net. It's like, oh, he turned around, it's something but net.
Ethan, you can't tell me that KD's the best player in basketball. I'm sorry. I just disagree. I watch a guy on a nightly basis here, and I've watched KD my entire life, and I'm a KD in terms of like one of the
KD's right there.
One of
I would say
one of the best pure scorers I've seen, especially with his size and the things he can do. Absolutely, dude. I'm not going to debate KD's greatness playing the game of basketball. What I'm telling you is this year, Joel Embiid was the best player I watched on the court because the things he could do not only inside to change the game, but outside. And then on the defensive side, listen, man, that's the best player I saw this year. That doesn't mean that's the best player walking around of all time. That for this year, that's the best player I fucking watched. And I feel like I watched a lot of basketball, and I'm trying to be fucking unbiased about it. I truly am, because I feel like I'm a basketball junkie just like you guys are, right? The only guy you can give me an argument for is the guy playing in fucking Milwaukee. That is it. I don't want to hear nobody else. Those two change games on a whole nother fucking scale. On a whole nother scale. When you become unguardable inside, it's on a whole nother fucking level. And the only guy unguardable on the outside, essentially, is Steph.
Yeah, I would have said if Steph hadn't gotten hurt and Golden State stayed like towards the top of the standings, he might have had a chance to win it. But he got hurt.
Like the only thing I have an issue with that statement is just the period part, right? You could go through as Tommy, as you just did, you go through a litany of guys, or not maybe a litany, but a bunch of games this year. You go through a handful of guys, especially this year, that could be the best player in basketball. Like, so you could absolutely make the case that Kevin Durant is, but it's not a period, end of story, no argument about it.
Hey,
you might prefer
games this year to be,
and he did miss a lot of games. You're absolutely right, Bri.
Because
you know what I mean. And
like Jokic, at least I think unfortunately Jokic is going to win it. I would say it's Embiid, but Jokic didn't miss a game, which helps him a lot.
And that's what we always criticized Joel about too, right?
But he's showing he's healthy now, which is great.
This year he did, right? We've always criticized Joel, and not only us, but I think the national media always kind of criticized Joel about not playing enough games.
Yeah.
So that kind of wears on how good how good your season was. Well, this year there was no questions.
Yeah.
This year he played the most games he's ever played, and he's still at a high level right now.
Well,
he's still playing at a high level. So I mean, you could make an argument for a lot of guys. So to put a period end of statement. If they're there, that's where you lose the argument.
There's 5 guys that you can make an argument for best player this year. There's 5 guys, and the one guy we're talking about is most improved in Ja. Okay, so there's 5 guys that you can really make this year,
and he missed too many games too.
So like, listen, at the end of the day, for this season, stats don't matter, but one stat that always stuck out to me about Joel Embiid from the second he stepped on the basketball court is he's a point-a-minute guy. And not many guys are point-a-minute guys. All right? That's right? And he always was playing like 28 minutes and giving you 28 points. Remember when he first started? And it's continued. So the one trend on Joel Embiid is, and like last night didn't happen, right? You know what I mean? But usually Joel Embiid is a point-a-minute guy, and nobody in NBA, he has more, nobody besides, it's him and Jordan. And right now, he averages more points per minute than Michael Jordan did.
Yeah.
So
you're right. Because you would think that maybe Wilt was there, but Wilt played too many minutes because he never came out of the game.
Maybe the metrics weren't there.
No, it's not because Wilt never came out of the games, Tom.
Okay, so that's why.
Never came out. The one year he averaged more. He averaged like 50 minutes a game. The game's only 48 minutes long. Never came out. Played because he played so many overtime games.
And he averages 47 and he loses the battle.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. He never came out of the game.
You lose the battle. But like that, and then granted, Embiid didn't play high level minutes when he first started. So I understand that.
That's what helps him big time for that stat.
Help him. But as his career's continued and he has played those types of minutes, he gives you those types of numbers. If he's playing 40, you expect 40. Look, you should be expecting 40 from him. And that's what he's done. So that's a number that I'm not overrating him by or telling you he's Michael Jordan. I'm just telling you, everybody wants to give me fucking all these extra numbers. Look at that number, and that's an elite scorer. And guess where that guy's doing that from? He not only can do it in the paint, like I said, he can do it in mid-range. He can hit you from 3. So it's a lethal weapon. And when he's healthy like he was this year, this is why you can see a guy who's arguably the best player in the game. And I say arguably because I'm not going to try to put a period after it. Devin Booker, like in all things being equal and playing Don is, but he's another guy who missed a lot of basketball games this year.
And he's turned himself into more than just a shooter. I feel like Devin Booker was more of like just a shooter scorer for a long time. He's definitely evolved his game more to more of a full round basketball player. And I mean, listen, the Suns are playing great. Suns are definitely the favorite to win it all, I would say.
Yeah, I would answer yes this year because they're the best team in basketball and he's their dude. You know what I mean? Now, CB3, I know makes them run. You know what I mean? Like he's a straw that makes
Tito Bridges there.
Don't get me wrong, but Devin Booker's the dude on the best team in basketball. So of course he's in the conversation for me.
I can't believe they teed up Bridges there.
Yeah, because he smacked the backboard.
He smacked the ball.
Who
He
cares?
smacked the ball.
Oh, he
That
smacked the
was
ball?
good.
Okay.
That was good defense. And they called a foul on him, and then the ball kind of came back to him, and he kind of smacked it again.
I thought he smacked the stanchion. I was going to say, who cares?
Sorry, I was wrong about Devin Booker. He played 68 of the 82, so he didn't miss he didn't miss.
Yeah, he missed. He only missed towards the end. He missed like 10 games at the end of the year, right?
Ball don't
Before
lie.
that, he was playing the whole time.
That's on me. What a guy who shot 46% from the field this year. I mean, that's pretty good from a perimeter. Pretty good from the perimeter.
That's okay.
And Luke is another name. Well, listen, there's a lot of great. That's what's good about the
There's a
league.
lot of good players in the league right now. Yeah,
This league's loaded with a lot of great players. So just because somebody's going to have Joel or somebody's going to have KD, like it's not a shot at the other ones. Like when I say Joker is not my MVP this year, it's not because he's not a great player. He'd be third on my list for MVP voting. Like I'll give him third.
Ryan, that's tough though. You take Booker over Luka. I don't know. Luka's delicious. Yeah. I'll take anybody over Trae Young. I'll take a bag of basketballs over Trae Young. But Luka,
that's a mistake. Trae Young's a good player.
I hate Trae Young.
Yeah, you can hate him. He's still a good fucking player.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, he is.
I'll take Ben Simmons over Trae Young.
I would lick a grundle, not Manscaped, for Luka.
Luka, terrible time to get that injury though for Luka.
Yeah. Oh, it's the worst.
I'll make him feel better. No, I'm just kidding.
Come to Philly.
I'm like wondering. I guess. I mean, they're saying he's not going to play game 2, so Dallas needs to get that win.
Yeah, ain't stealing nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna be rough.
Yeah, it's like they know, like ES or the TNT, they had the picture of tomorrow's game, and it wasn't even him. Like it was somebody else.
Like, probably Brunson. Brunson's been playing well. He's making himself.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying
cashola.
You gotta be like, when you have stars, you're like, even if at least give us some hope that he would play. I stumbled upon this is off subject, but it's in my head. I want to talk about it. I stumbled upon a video of Tony Gwynn and Ted Williams talking hitting in 1995.
Oh my God.
Dude,
I can only imagine.
I gotta send it. I'm gonna send it to you guys.
Yeah, send it to me because I want to expose Jimmy J real quick. Jimmy, what the fuck are you talking about? You tell me Tatum doesn't? Because I see the Celtics logo. I know you, Jimmy. You tell me Tatum doesn't play with another All-Star? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Do you even watch your own team? Do you even watch Jaylen Brown? Are you okay? Are you okay? I would take Jaylen Brown over everything on my roster. All right.
And I love Marcus. I know he's not an All-Star, but I love Marcus Smart.
And I love Tyrese Maxey, right? But a gun to my head, give me all right, I'll take Jaylen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll take Jaylen maybe. Right? And I've always loved Jaylen Brown too. I love them both, actually. But you know what I'm saying. So don't tell me. Like, Embiid played without an All-Star the whole year. Are you okay? Like he played with Tobias Harris and Seth Curry. Not Seth. All right?
Yeah. E before the T. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And he got Harden. I thought you said Harden was done, Jimmy. So then he hasn't played with an All-Star. Don't tell me Tatum hasn't because you sound like I'm biased opinion. He hasn't. The frig out of here. I don't care if the league is telling me Jaylen Brown's an all-star. I'm telling you what Jaylen Brown is. I don't need the league and the fucking cute all-star game to tell me how good Jaylen Brown is. And if you need it, you're an idiot. And you don't respect him, and I hope he leaves you because you're a moron. And he's just
like Devin Booker made his first All-Star game this year, but he's been an All-Star for a couple of years. I mean, let's be honest.
Don't tell me Jaylen Brown is arguably not. I'm not saying he's as good as Tatum, but he's right there. Don't tell me he's not right there. Don't tell me.
Yeah, he's better defensively.
Good fucking player.
I like Jaylen Brown. Good player. He kept him in that game today because every time down the stretch there, every time Kyrie hit a big shot, he was just driving right at Bruce Brown, getting a bucket.
You guys all care about MVPs, the best player.
Yeah, when they cut that to 1, I thought that was a push off. You know what I mean? But
he might have pushed off, but I like that. Go hard. I like it. Make him call.
Right to the hole, yeah.
This is what we're doing. You know what I mean? This is what we're doing. Okay, watch the game. Watch the game, Jimmy. Watch the game. If you're watching the game, you'll know how great Joel Embiid is. And you don't need to tell me who he's playing with. I don't care who guys are playing with. It doesn't necessarily that doesn't take away from their greatness, right? KD played with some pretty good fucking players, won championships, right? That take away from how good he is? No, he was still good. He's good wherever he goes. He's gonna be good wherever he goes. Some guys are just great, right? I don't love running the Golden State, but some guys are just great.
No, but that's what
I hate that move out of him, but he's a damn good player.
He, like inadvertently made the point for us. You know what I mean? Like he's just Harden's been Jimmy's been here like 16 games, right? Fucking 70, 65 games. Joe did it with tomato cans. You know what I mean? Come on.
Oh shit.
Oh damn.
So thanks for making that argument. Right?
Oh damn.
This is a tough one.
DeAndre Ayton just got fucking shouldered right in the face.
This is
Herbert Jones out here shouldering motherfuckers.
Then we're gonna get into Phillies in our criminal week, but Don Tatum or Booker? I don't know. I think I'll take Booker.
Tatum.
I'll take Booker. I don't know.
Tatum fucking 7 out of 7 days a week, and that's nothing against Booker. I mean, good for him, but Tatum's awesome.
Yeah, I just can't with him. Maybe because he's a Celtic. Maybe there's a little bias in there.
Celtics and Duke. I mean, it's a double hate to face. I'm with you.
Good dude though. Like I do like Tatum as a guy. Like good dude, but just
flat out. Just flat out.
I can't tell if that's intentional or not.
I think he was trying to jump by to guard the guy, and he just fucking what's it called? Happened to turn at the exact time.
Oh.
So boys,
Ayton got shouldered right to the
right
face.
in the jaw. He got jawed with his shoulder. I don't think it was intentional, but they might call it intentional because it looks pretty bad.
When you leap like that, I agree with you, but he jumped and it was like, jump and landed it. Flagrant one.
No, I think they said it inadvertent.
Common foul. Wow.
Meanwhile, this guy.
so Phillies talk, right?
I shoulder. Yeah.
I think I added this up right. They are 2-7 in their last 9.
Not a good start, that's for sure.
Is that number?
Yeah. They've only won 2 out of the last 7.
Yeah,
we started 2-1, so
yeah,
and we're 4-6, right? So we're 2-5.
Okay.
But we're technically 1-5, right? Because we've lost 5 of 6.
Well, we started off.
We were 3-1.
2-6. They were 2-0. So
yeah, we were 2-0. So then we lost.
Yeah, but we were 3-1. What I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So we've been 1-5 since then. 1-5 since.
Yeah, the easiest thing to say. I hear you. Whatever you.
We've lost 5 of 6.
We're all good We're all good Will Hunting guys. You know what I mean? They're 2-6 after a 2-0 start.
Hopefully, a trip to Colorado can wake some bats up.
Dude, through the Mets, it's been all right. You look at the
Mets have been dealing.
So we won.
We lost 2 out of 3 to the Mets.
Well,
3 out of 4 to the fucking.
And we lost 3 out of 4 to the Marlins.
1-7.
And the last 2 to the Mets.
1-7.
It's very simple. We've lost 5 of 6.
Yeah, this is ugly. My whole point is this is ugly. This is atrocious. This isn't what we were sold on. And listen, we're all smart baseball guys.
Yeah, it's early.
It's early. We
got to win some games, though.
We expect this lineup to hit. We hope it hits. Right? And we hope the staff could be good enough. And the only overreaction I have the early part of the season is we like to see changes in trends, right? To show me you're a different baseball team. Show me that like the Miami sun doesn't get to you in the dome. Right? Show me you're different in the House of Horrors. And what you showed me is the same story. Because if you want to win a division, you have to beat up on Washington and you have to beat up on the Miami Marlins. All right. You have to beat up on the lesser teams on the overall sample size to win divisions. So
that's what good teams do.
What you're telling me is you're the same goddamn baseball team you were at the end of last year. Right. I need some guys to step up. Like I don't see it. You can't have a win like you did yesterday and come back and get boat raced today.
No.
Or you're ace on the mound. That's fucking disgusting. They're my crumb of the week. It's horrible baseball. It's actually
I'll tell you what, he's not ready, dude. He's all his fastballs are right down the fucking middle. He had no control today. And I know it's like the second game pitching against actual people, which
these
is
are
our
all
own
professional
fault, really,
athletes, though. Like, it's not like these guys don't train in the off season. You know what I mean? So, like,
yeah, but it's different, though, Greg. You know that.
Like, he's not throwing bullpens in the off season. Like,
yeah,
he's not throwing bullpens.
He's live hitters, though, Greg. You know this.
Yeah, I know, but I'm so sick of it. We coddle these athletes so much. We're like, oh, well, they only had a 4-week spring training, and the Marlins pitching staff just mowed us down for 3 games.
Yeah.
So are they behind? Their pitching staff's one of the top in baseball.
No prima donna.
Yeah, I was going to say, we faced their fucking aces.
Little prima donna.
Completely, yeah. I mean, their pitching staff is one of the tops in baseball, but their offense is trash, and they're still hitting triples against us today.
Prima donna talk. When you start talking
when you throw fastballs down the middle, that's what happens.
About not being ready. Like Greg's 100% right here. These guys are professional.
No, but I'm just telling you, he's not ready, though. That's a fact. He ain't ready right now.
Hold on. If he's not ready.
Hopefully he gets ready.
If he's not ready.
Give me the M1.
Then don't throw. Then don't throw.
Well, it's not a throw.
But
I'm saying those guys, to Greg's question, though, let me go.
Extended spring training.
Go to Lee.
Greg's question, though, those guys from Marlins threw in spring training. Wheeler did not, which is on us. I mean, I guess he was banged up, but why is he not throwing?
If he's banged up, then he should have started down in Lehigh Valley and worked his way up then.
I agree. I'm just saying from the looks of it, he looked not ready. He doesn't have control of his fastball.
They control of his fastball game 1 out. His first time out.
Did he? I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, he looked.
I'm at work during the week, dude. I can watch on the weekends.
He looked great in that first inning. Now he
cleaned himself up, though, was the point.
Settled in. Yeah, he settled in. He didn't look good in the first couple innings.
But he settled in. He made an adjustment.
Yeah. Today he was bad. I don't know. I watched the game today. He was bad.
No.
Was
but I don't want to hear
that in game 1. But he danced through the raindrops.
He needs to get it together because we need him to get it together.
Ready, you're hurting your baseball team.
You know me. There ain't no coddle here, buddy. I mean, like
toughness, but
I'm tired.
Tom's trying to say like I'm coddling him. I'm not trying to coddle him. I'm just saying he ain't ready. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you made a statement, and
you were licking his fucking asshole. Is what you were doing?
No, it wasn't. What the fuck are you talking about? You're such a moron, dude.
You're a moron.
Fucking moron. Low IQ moron.
You're a moron. Fucking
not a moron at all.
Shoot that. Fuck.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it is.
11 on the dot. Holy shit.
I 10.5.
I 10.5 too.
I mean, guys, CJ, throw up a 3, baby. God,
when Paul missed that, I'm like, no, don't shoot it. Don't shoot it. I missed the over now.
Brandon Ingram looks high.
I always wonder that. Like, when did he get a pump in? You know what I mean? Did he get the pump
but Tommy, you're right, though, right? Early season, whatever. We know the team's going to hit.
It's not a good sign.
But the same struggles continue, right? I mean, the same struggles.
Greg, you had a comfort behind win against the Mets to start off that series, and you did after that is play atrocious baseball. How's that even possible? How's it even possible?
You would have thought it would have been the other way.
You got to start questioning Joe, too, right? I mean, at some point, you got to look at the guy and calling the shots and be like, hey, dude, what are we doing here?
Well,
like,
I have a big question.
This kind of goes back to like Joe when he wasn't winning with the Yankees, right? Like Joe.
Maybe Harper's a terrible teammate. It brings everybody down.
I doubt that that's the case.
Yeah,
Tom will be back hating Harper in a minute. I do question Joe because we're doing too much lineup. We're doing too much lineup changing.
I need another choice. Greg was like, I need another choice.
Too much lineup changing, Greg. You know.
Yeah,
too much lineup changing. To me, Realmuto goes 4 for 4 first game
and then he
sit against the Marlins, and then we sit him. What are we doing?
And how do you run out of lineup today?
And then he hasn't had a hit since. What are we doing?
But you run out of lineup today with neither Stott nor Bomb.
Yeah,
right. I understand.
Stott looked like he couldn't hit one of
Stott had a bad night, but these are the guys we need to have in the lineup.
Alex should be playing.
Alex, our best hitter right now.
I don't give a shit what's happening in third base. If that's where you got to play him for a game, then you got to. You got to be creative with him.
He said, did you hear what he said today? He said he's going to play third base again, but we're working on a few things before we put him back out.
Okay, to put him in first.
Then that's fine. He's got to be in the lineup, though. I don't need to see Didi every game.
He needs him. Right now, you say, "Hey, Harp, I can't give you a DH day. We'll wait a game or two." Right?
Yeah.
That's all you got to do, dude. Give Harp a DH game in Colorado the first day there. Like, be creative one time. Don't Don't just put it in and lay on top. We know the conversation.
I feel like the lineup's been bad. Like I'm not even like the lineup's been bad hitting, but I'm saying his lineups have been bad. I haven't liked it.
Of it. Yeah,
I know it's early, and he's saying we didn't have a long spring, but it's time to go, man. I don't give a fuck. It's 4 and 6.
Teams are putting up 12 a game. Long spring.
The bottom line is guys are hitting like 180, and then they finally get a 2-hit game, or in JT's case, a 4-hit game, and he sit him. And now he hasn't got a hit in 2 games since. What are we doing?
You know, Dodgers 7-2, Giants 7-2, Mets 7-3. Did they have the same spring?
The Mets are lights out pitching.
White
right
Sox
now,
6-3, Blue Jays 6-4. I think they had the same spring, right? You know what I mean? I'm sick of them. Like you got me for a week.
We're 4 and 6.
You got me for a week, right?
Like,
you got me for a first
1
series.
and 10, but we got to win some games. The fact that it looks worse because we just lost 3 or 4 to the fucking Miami Marlins.
Yeah, and the same thing as last year. So are we different? Are we different? Or are we an 82, 84 win team? Are we different or are we the same?
Well, we'll see. Well,
Vegas, Vegas got it 85.5, right? So they obviously, we know Vegas is Vegas for a reason, right?
I feel like our bullpen, besides today, they kept tacking on runs today. The Marlins, Jazz Chisholm is still hitting triples.
Is that Jazz or Mr. T?
Jazz Chisholm. Jazz Chisholm. Yeah, Jazz likes his change. They were flowing today while he was running the bases.
Buck, you hit triples like that. Where it makes
I feel like besides that, though, our bullpen has actually looked pretty good. Our starting pitching's been bad, really bad, which that's gonna have to get cleaned up.
I mean, I could do without seeing Falter ever again.
Yeah, Bailey Falter sucks.
I'd be cool with Bailey being gone.
I don't know why he's still here,
but I think Sir Anthony's looked pretty good.
I really like what I see out of Sir Anthony. I mean, we're talking about a guy coming back from injuries, right?
Huge.
I like what he see.
Knebel's been solid so far. He got me nervous. I hate. Don't walk your first guy. I fucking hate that.
Oh my god. Yeah, the other night.
Gets it done. So, okay, he's been solid so far. I'm not going to hate on him. So there has been some pluses, but it's been mostly just bullpen pluses. I mean, Harper had a 3-hit game today, so hopefully going into Colorado, we can wake some of these fucking bats up. I know Schwarber homered late in the game. I didn't see that because I stopped watching at that point.
Yeah.
But like you said, hopefully Colorado, big ballpark, you can get a lot of hits there.
Castellanos just seemed to be on for most of the
I was going to say, Nick hit the ball hard twice today that I saw, so hopefully we can get this thing in motion here. And it looks like they're going to bat Schwarber 5th for a little while, so that's fine. Let's get going.
This is the struggle, right? When one of your holes is your center field hole, right? Like that, because you're lacking.
We were so ready for Moniak to be there.
We're lacking a leadoff guy. I don't know if that would have been Moniak. And
no, it wouldn't have been. But the Muzziotti kid's not ready to play.
Schwarber's okay for a period of time, but he's not an all year leadoff guy.
No, I don't like him in the leadoff spot. I'd rather have Gene.
Your leadoff guy should be Gene.
Yes, agreed.
That's Joe Madden baseball. That's Joe Madden stupid baseball.
Yeah.
That's walking a guy with the fucking bases loaded baseball.
Fucking guy in the room, and then and that's the fucking nerds and the fucking bow tie guys. And they'll tell you his OPS is fantastic. Stick it up your ass, dude. He's 3 for 32. Get the fuck out of there, right? Don't belong there. He's a guy that can fucking lose a ball. That's great. You want a guy to get on base? For Harper, yeah, okay, that was the issue last year. Harper had a lot of fucking solo bombs, for a while there, But the fuck out of here, man. Like it's, it drives me up.
Best hitter, your best pure hitter on your baseball team. I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and argue about it. It's Gene Segura. All right, that's your overall purest hitter. It's the guy who will battle most with 2 strikes. It's your guy who's going to put baseballs in play, right? He's going to work counts. He's always done that. I'm not telling you he's the best hitter.
The hardest guy to strike out.
The hardest guy to strike out on your baseball team. So if you want a guy getting on base, if you want a guy starting something for you, and if you want to lose a baseball once in a while in the leadoff spot, he's the guy to do it. I'm not crowning him as a leadoff guy.
They probably don't like it because he swings early in the count a lot, but who cares?
Oh, my God. So did Jimmy. Jimmy.
That's what I'm saying. Who cares, Tom? Who cares?
Come on. Let guys hunt their pitches, man. Like, it ain't a missionary sport. Guys like it different. Some guys go up there and they're looking right away. Some guys go up there and they love fucking full counts, right? Everybody's a little bit of a different.
And we already have Harper, Reese, and fucking Schwarber who work the count. So you can let him be a free swinger. Let Castellanos be a free swinger like they like to do.
Dude, when you move and shake lineups, okay, and listen, I only coach travel baseball, so I don't coach high-level baseball like that. I totally understand it, but I understand it from the mental side. I feel like, dude, I remember saying don't change the lineup, but like I did it the other day, and you all laugh at this because it's a funny story, right? My 2-hole hitter loves a full count, loves working counts, loves fouling off pitches, and my leadoff guy loves first pitch swinging and going hunting, right? So what I did was I said, you know what? Let me switch this up now. Let me move them too, right? And see how that works. Well, guess what? My 2-hole hitter decided now he wants to swing first pitch every time he let off, right? And then my guy moved to the 2. Now he wants to work counts, right? And I'm like, why'd you guys switch who you are? Be who you are. And I think sometimes when you move and shake guys, even at the highest level, too much. We talked about this with Gabe. You get guys a little fucked up in the head, right? And I'm not saying you never move it, but just like you can keep it. You can adjust it, absolutely. But you don't want to throw it in a hat. Is my point. You don't want to get to the point where you're at that level, thrown in a hat, and say, you know, we're going to draw names today, because that's what I felt like the last 2 lineups were.
It's been pretty random. I agree.
never thought like you just draw names out of the hat and you're like, all right, this will work today. Like in your top 3. Like, why you're moving Harper to 2 now? Like, why are we moving and shaking guys? We're 10 games in, right? Let a sample size really dictate, does this work? If you believe enough, I'm not saying I do, but if you believe enough in Schwarber leading off, then let it run its course for a minute.
Yeah,
right?
you got to go 25 games then. You can't go.
Let it run its course.
But granted, he was struggling there, so I'm okay with that.
I got no problem with that move because of his numbers at that point, right?
Yeah.
Atrocious. That move's not my point. But you can do that one without shaking up everything else in between it too. And it looked like the last couple games, he shook up everything in between that as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, now you're getting that, now you're out of pocket, in my opinion. Move Segura to the leadoff spot, and then whatever the hell you want to do after that, do it. And then leave it. Because there's no other guy on this baseball team that's a leadoff guy. It's not how your roster's constructed.
Yeah, I mean, it says a lot when you can set the table, man. When you set the table, then you don't need to have fucking 15 hits a game. You know what I mean? So those same guys. So when you switch it around and these guys want to put their, quote unquote best hitters at the top. Okay, so then afterwards, the guys behind them are still the guys that are failing. You know what I mean? They're the guys that if you let them off, all right, okay, so they're not doing anything up top, but maybe they draw the walk, maybe they find their way on, maybe they grind out at bats, and then your guys, your best hitters are there to clean shit up, man. That's why it's just, I don't know. It's just, I know the game has changed, and people are like, your sweeps, you're a dinosaur. It's like, it's still the same game that it was.
Forever.
200 fucking years ago, right? So, listen, you can have a little bit of balance of both. I get it. You know what I mean? We always say that. We didn't say that, that you couldn't have that, but it's, fuck, man. It's just, too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much video. It's too much fucking binders. And that's great that it works for people. You know what I mean? But, we talked about it all the time. Like, let me know when the fucking A's and the Moneyball and, when it's strictly analytics and about budget. Let me know when they win the World Series. You know what I mean? They compete, of course. And it's a cute story. And it's like, hey, man, how do they do it? They do it with bells on. Let me know when they win it all, right? Because the teams that win it all, the teams that win it all are fucking loaded. Okay? Yeah. Little tasty poo, analytics, that's fine. You want to have the scouting guys, and that's what you have a scouting department for. That's great. Right? It used to be advanced scouting. You know what I mean? There's guys there watching, a team that you're playing 2 series from now. You know what I mean? Now they want to turn on the TV and there's so much video. Okay, that's fine. If you're telling me that's where the game has come, right? But you still got to be fucking talented. You still got to out execute, the other team, all right? And you still got to fucking play hard and finish for 27 outs.
Agreed, Sweeps. And I'm not trying to jump off the Phillies and jump to conclusions or anything. Like, I think they're going to hit. I expect them to hit, and I know they're going to hit. I am a little concerned about the starting pitching, though. I'm not going to lie, because obviously Wheeler doesn't look right, and hopefully he gets right, but he was so great last year. You can't expect him to be that good again. And Aaron Nola, I mean, I'm hoping that Aaron Nola is going to be good, but not encouraged so far by it.
You're paying Zach Wheeler to be that good.
And you figure that Ranger's not going to be as good as he was last year because he was incredible.
Well, I'm saying you're paying Zach Wheeler to be that good now.
Oh, no. Listen, he's going to be an ace. I'm just saying, but he probably should have won Cy Young last year.
I hear you, but I'm paying him to be top 5.
Yeah, I would hope he's top 5. I'm just saying I think he should have won Cy Young last year. I doubt he's going to be that good again. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you. He's going to be really good, though, is all I'm saying.
Oh, he has to be really good. He has to be.
Yeah.
He can't be today. I'll tell you that. He can't be that.
He can't be pedestrian, and he surely can't be horseshit. You know what I mean? Like your dude, your ace, your guy. Every fucking 5 days is a guy that fucking stops losing streaks. All right, today was a day. I know they won yesterday, but today was a day
to have the series. Yeah.
Split a 4-game series. You know what I mean? And get out of town with a good
team.
Good. Get out of
5-5 is a lot better than 4-6.
Yeah, you're gonna taste.
Sounds a lot better.
Taste in your mouth. You know what I mean? Come on.
Listen, and you get the House of Horrors out of the way a little bit, right? Because now,
absolutely.
You leave their winners at 2 in a row. Now you're feeling so much better about yourself moving forward. Like, okay, and as a fan base, we're like, okay, right? Listen, the first 2 games weren't good, but hey, we rebounded, we got it together. You know, leaders in our locker room, our best players stepped up, and you had one of your best players on the mound today, and he's still getting hit. So, that to me, that's unacceptable. So if you ain't ready, don't take the mound then. Fucking find somebody else to give the fuck.
It was bad. It was bad.
Because I get pissed off by that.
I will say, I think
from my studs, I get pissed off by that shit.
I will say, I don't know. I don't watch enough Miami Marlins games, but to me, Miguel Rojas has to be a superstar because whenever he plays us, he's amazing. That dude hits against us always. It's incredible.
All he does. Yeah, he does it.
It's incredible.
He does it. He's not that good.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I think he just hits against us. Because I think every time I turn around, he's 3 for 4 against us. It's just Miguel Rojas going 3 for 4 again. Hard hit balls all day against us. Doesn't matter who's throwing.
But no, Wells, I do agree with the struggles of the starting pitcher.
Yeah, the staff's got me a little worried.
I think we missed out on adding an arm in the offseason when we went all bats, and I get it. I do. Yeah.
No, I'm being sarcastic. Like you think?
Oh yeah.
You can never.
And we need Eflin to be good, and he hasn't looked good also.
That's the other side.
No, sorry, Greg. This is the perfect name, Martin Prada. That's what Ryan says. That's the name I was thinking about.
For Rojas.
Yeah.
Yep.
His whole season is based off of his 20-plus.
Back in the day, it was like who was that? Oh, well, Jeff Conine used to kill us back in the day for Florida Marlins. But who was that guy?
Dynasty just said, just like Conine was.
Yep. Perfect. Who was the guy for the Mets that used to just homer against us? I think it wasn't LA. It was I think Fransky got there's a video of him being like, Scott Hairston. How the fuck does Scott Hairston keep hitting homers against us? And then the Phillies got a hold of it, took it down real quick. But yeah. Scott Hairston used to fucking crush us too, that shitbag. Unreal.
Ethan said if you're not going to play Alec Boehm, then trade him while he's hot.
I think you need him even if he's going to be a bench bat, you're going to need him.
Hard to trade him when he airmailed 3 into the first row.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we can get him on the field and get him to at least have a decent game fielding. That would be nice for his confidence at least.
Ethan,
because we have to play him at third at some point.
I think we need Alec Boehm to be.
I think so too, Tom.
To be really good. Like I don't think we're like this. When we talked about how good this line can be, I think you factored a lot of these types of guys into that. Like, hey, can this guy just continue to get better at the plate? Right? You can deal. He's not going to make errors every game, right? But you can deal with some games where it's like a little struggle bus, but he's raking, right? And not because he didn't take any of those throws to the plate with him. So that shows me he's a pro. That shows me he's ready. He's ready to not take shit with him, even though he said, I hate fucking playing here. But that's cool. So I mean, I get it. I hate being
I like that he owned it.
That's the best part about it. That's the best part about it.
Yup, he's a man. I like that.
I like that he owned it. I'm fine with that.
He didn't try to say I said something.
I hate a lot of places.
And all he's done is hit after that. All he's done is hit after that. Right? That's all he's done.
I mean, listen, at this point, Tom, it's a shame that that they're saying that they're working on something on third. I'd like to just throw him out there because he's the only one really hitting.
Well, yeah, like I said, until you find another solution, you know what I mean? Like, like Tom was talking about earlier, you got to be creative. Like, we were like, I think I mentioned it to you guys last week. Like, they're probably better off, even though Schwarber is not great. Like you're better off, playing bomb at first. You can DH Reese and Schwarber can play right. You move Harper to center, for now, for the time being, until, and you see what that does for you defensively. It's probably better. It's obviously better, than having, bomb at third. But at least,
and Harp's as good as Muzziotti is in center.
Yeah.
Because Muzziotti didn't show me anything. He can't track a fucking ball. He took terrible routes to balls.
Boys, at least at home, like I get it in some of the big parks, like on the road, like Miami's a big park, right?
Like Colorado's a huge park. There's a lot of running in the outfield.
But at home, at home, the Sweeps' point, like he absolutely can play center field. Like on some of these road parks are gigantic. Maybe not. Maybe you don't love it.
They have to
do it. He can still do it.
Like they have to just
to get the batting lineup.
There, like give him some balls there, obviously. But you can definitely do it.
Not hit people. We're not supposed to be out hit. You know what I mean? We're supposed to do the out hitting. Yeah. So you got to figure out a way to get as many of your best bats playing. So that's where get creative for 1 second. Because
we're not gonna miss Verling or Muzziotti in the lineup right now.
Yeah, like you put Harper.
But we're gonna miss Bomb and Stott, right? You're gonna miss those bats. And even looking forward,
Stott looked awful yesterday. I don't know what
he's
happened.
looked good every other.
No, I agree. I don't know what happened yesterday. It was crazy.
Even on top of that, going forward, like Tom, you said, Alec Bohm is such a huge key this year. Well, going forward, that's our left side of the field going forward. Bomb and Stott. You know what I mean? Like Didi's gone after this year, or hopefully gone even through this year if we can find some sucker to take him. But next year, your defense and your third and shortstop is Bohm and Stott. So it helps for this team very much so to make sure that he's good and that he continues to progress the way he is. So it's crazy that both those guys couldn't find a way in a lineup that can't hit right now.
Or you have Nick start taking some balls at third like he used to play.
Yeah.
I mean, Castellanos played third for a couple years.
Yeah.
Put Castellanos in third, then you can put fucking Schwarber in left. Granted, Castellanos not a very good third baseman field-wise either. So that's where we run into an issue.
There's a reason he's moved to the outfield.
Yeah.
But listen, I don't need to do all that because I think that's way overthinking it, right?
Yeah.
But it's as simple as, hey, Alec, you're going to play third today. I know we're taking a hit defensively, but we're going to do it, right? We're going to DH Reese. We'll move for today, move Harper to center for a game and DH him tomorrow in Colorado. Like there's ways to do it and not think like, oh, well, this is the day we had scheduled as a DH day, and that's what I almost feel like it is, right? Like, oh, it's a scheduled DH day. Fuck your schedule.
Yeah, and guess what, Tom? If you told him, I bet if he said, Bryce, we want to this is the lineup we want to go. We want you to play center today, he would say yes. You know that. So
and if he did,
just do it.
I'll tell him that we're going to buy you out of your contract. Like, we'll buy you out of your contract.
And listen, another part of it we talk about all the time. That the final thing I'll say about it is this game's always been fucking 90% mental. You know what I mean? So, it goes a long way when you give the kid a vote of confidence, right? And you just stick him at third base and say, listen, you're going to play for a while until it becomes a real abomination. And I understand 3 errors earlier in the week would be considered abomination. I get that, you know what I mean? But, we knew he wasn't a Gold Glover coming out, but he wasn't this bad, right? So obviously he's in his own dome. You know what I mean? He's in his own dome. He was projected as a plus hitter, right? But an adequate enough fielder where, eventually they would say, oh, he should probably make his way because of his footwork. He'll probably make his way over to first base, after a couple years in the big leagues, right? But there was nothing about, his fucking hands being atrocious, right? And like when you make throwing errors, that's not glove work. You know what I mean? If you're making glove errors, man, then you're not moving your feet and you're stabbing at the ball. But when you're fucking making throwing errors and you're not concentrating, dude, you're not, that's lack of concentration. You're in the big leagues, dude. Move your feet and fucking hit the guy in the chest, man.
Yeah, it's a think. Right, like you can tell when a guy's thinking. Before
it's like in your own head. Yeah,
you've been around the game long enough to know when a guy's thinking. Right,
some non-block shit.
When guys you coach now are about to throw, and you're like, that guy thought too much. Here we go. You know what I mean? He didn't just let it go, dude. Like, and I
How
said,
many rows deep is this going?
you let it go in non-pressure situations all the time. I'll say to guys, you let it go in non-pressure situations all the time. So in the pressure situation, it ain't a think. We do all our thinking before we play. So now it's throw the ball. Throw the ball.
Get it out the window.
You spend your whole life throwing a baseball. You spend your whole life throwing a baseball. Throw it.
Listen, and if you're mentally tough, there's some guys that can, that can be yo-yoed or put in that pressure cooker and still respond and still, come off the bench and like I said, pinch hitting. That's a special breed, man, to sit there, for sometimes 8 innings and cold. You know what I mean? You can go get some swings in the back. That's great. You ain't fucking seeing 100 out of the bullpen. You know what I mean? So, it's not a tough. That's a tough activity. You know what I mean? So, it goes a long way when when you believe in a guy, man, and just you kind of just let him go a little bit and see and give him 15 games. You know what I mean? When you're not playing the yo-yo, when you just yank a guy out after one game, and you just keep messing with him. You keep messing with him mentally. It's hard to get in a groove, man. Especially. Especially defensively. When you're young, you know what I mean? You're like, man, they don't really believe in me, man. So now, like, if I make one error, one error turns into 3 because now I'm pressing.
Everybody's talked about me defensively. Everybody talked about me defensively. Then I did it. And Don, I mean, I'm not at that level, but I do exactly what Sweep said. Like, I run a guy back out there the next night. Like, I don't even wait. I don't even bring him down for a day. And I say to him right after the game, yo, we trust you. Go trust yourself. You're going back out there tomorrow. In
the moment, I say, throw the fucking ball. Yeah. That's what I say to my 13. So move your fucking feet, throw the fucking ball.
Yep. Throw the baseball. It's what you do. That's the easy one. Like, when you field it, that's the hard one. You did the hard part. You got the hard part out the way. So you already showed me you can play where you play.
Let it go.
Now the throw's easy. I joked around the other day. My 14-month-old just throws shit around the house. He throws it where he wants to. So come on, he's not thinking. He's just launching. So just launch, because he ain't thinking about where he's throwing it. I'm just joking about that, but I like doing that. I also like telling umpires my 14-month-old makes that call. Gets it right. He gets it right.
I'm sure that goes over well.
Yeah. Usually doesn't. Didn't yesterday. But
I like where your head is, though.
Well, it segues right into my crumb, because my crumb is 2 things. It's the Phillies, because this is downright atrocious, and my crumb is the worst call I've ever witnessed in sports that I was on the other end of yesterday, which had no outcome, didn't dictate us going to win or lose a game. Just the most atrocious thing I've ever witnessed. First baseman catches the ball on a 4th play. All right, like ankle high, so it wasn't like a pick. Right, it was just one of them in-betweeners, catches it, as he's bringing it up, it's like moving in his glove, and then just like regrab, like like a regrab when it's already in there. You guys know exactly what the regrab is, when it's already in the glove.
I got you. Just get it to the pocket. Yeah.
You know what this guy calls it?
Calls it safe.
Juggle.
Well, ding, 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 ding. He gave me bobble talk. I said, bobble talk? What are you talking about, bobble talk? And he goes, I'm a college umpire. I said, I don't care. That's the most outlandish call I've ever seen in my life. That's egregious. So when the home plate guy, they go together and they still call it safe, I said, you're just scared to override him because he just said he was a college guy. So now you're scared to override him. So somebody on this field make the right call, because these guys are working hard, and I get fired up. These guys are working their tails off today, and you guys are doing this. And then you know what happens after that? Triple piece, 2-run score. We would have been out of the inning. Triple. Now I'm on fire because it's atrocious. It's atrocious. Like, I don't care if you miss a bang-banger, dude. I don't care if your strike zone's a little iffy, right? Like, I don't care as long as you're like just consistent with that. You can't blow simple shit. Simple shit means you're stealing money to me. Now you're stealing money. You made more money than I did. So now you're stealing. So if I'm out there long and you're making more money than I did, then we got a problem. We got a problem. That's a juggle can't happen. It's not a rule inside the glove. This isn't football. I told the guy. This isn't
juggle
football.
means the ball came out of the glove and then he regathered it.
It wasn't a regather. Somebody. Okay, I can do this all night, so we're not going to do it. Look, it's just hysterical. It's hysterical. It's always Tom. Hey, Tom, how did your day go? Oh, you want to hear it? You really want to hear this? Because I can't make it up. I cannot make it up. It's hysterical. It's hysterical. And these guys are so butthurt over the fact that you blow something so simple. You got to tell me your credentials. Now, we're credentialing. You guys know me. The resume got popped out real quick. I did a higher level.
I know you. I know you. A grades. A grades.
Yeah,
A's and Nationals.
I told him, I said, you want to talk about credentials? I got A's on the base in Nationals. So who's got more credentials? I can make the call. Then I get into the call. I can make it from my car. I can make it from the parking lot. That's how easy that call is. That's how easy. Then I hit him with my 14-month-old can make the call at home. Right now, he's sitting at home. He's making the call. If I called him and said, hey, what's the call on this? He can tell me, yeah. Right? Out. That's what he told me. Yeah. It works. Yeah. Because he means it's out. Get a clue. Get a clue. I don't care about your stupid credentials if you stink. Because people tell me that, coaches ruin the game for youth sports. No. Guys stealing money ruin the game for youth sports. Now, should there ever be fights and like blow-ups? Absolutely not, right? Should you not treat guys with respect? You should treat them with respect, even if they're dead wrong, right? Shouldn't be cursing at dudes and going do that route, right? And you shouldn't be fighting in parking lots. But to not expect when you step on that and you sign up for that, which I did back in the day, to not expect a little heat if I'm egregious is my problem. Because you ruin it for you sports. You ruin it because you make it about you. Because you immediately tell me about how high level you do. What does it matter?
Yeah, why do I care?
You're not doing it right now, bud. You're doing 13U. You're doing 13U.
What would a college coach have said to you?
Guess what? You just blew 2 calls 13U, so I don't give a fuck about your college credentials. How's that sound?
Yeah, these are the easy ones, babe. These are the easy ones. It's getting slow right now. You kidding me?
Guarantee a college coach ain't coming at you with any less heat. You know what I mean?
Probably a lot more.
Listen, this is the problem. Sweeps knows it too. He deals with it. When these guys just want to come right at you when you're like, hold on, what, how's that? That's not a call. Like I said, the MLB rule book says once it touches the glove, we're talking about MLB, touches the glove. So it can go wherever it wants inside the glove. It can literally come up to him being still snow coning it because it's still possession. That's possession. This isn't football. And it goes, I'm a college guy. All right, now we're going to go. Now we're gloves off. We're gloves off.
You're wrong. You're wrong in college too.
Yeah, you're wrong everywhere. Wrong everywhere. You're on a little league t-ball field. You're like doing t-ball. You're wrong. Like, you know what I mean? He's safe. He bobbled. He can't bobble inside the glove. Good times. Good times. I love the vent to you guys. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Here for it.
Just funny.
I got a 2-piece.
Is that terrible, though? Is that horrendous?
That's bad.
Yeah. Okay.
That's horrendous.
Yeah, I mean, the ball doesn't come out of the glove. It's not a bobble. That's simple shit. That's simple shit.
Sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy, right? Like sometimes I feel like, am I being punked? Like they got 45 cameras here. Like they got 45 cameras out here on the field just saying, watch what we're going to do to this guy. Watch this.
Well, I know they're getting extra money, but how far is this guy going? Like, I mean, you're a college guy. You're doing 13U on the weekends. Yeah. Like, how good are you then?
Yeah, not getting a lot of work.
You're not getting 16, 17U. You're getting 13U.
I wanted to say to him, like, isn't the college season rocking and rolling right now?
Yeah, I think it's going on.
You know the doubleheader today?
Yeah. Like nobody called you for a game. Wonder why? Bobble. Wonder why, Uncle Bobble.
That's great.
You're like, we know a lot of guys playing today. Obviously, you're not.
Some of these guys are so arrogant.
Yeah. Oh.
And the home plate guy wants to chirp. Right? Like, why are you chirping at me, talking to me like I'm 5? Stop talking. I said, stop talking to me like I'm 5. You're restricted to the dugout. No, I'm not. We don't do restrictions. Like, you're restricting me because you're scared of him.
You're wrong.
Yeah. Now you want to take it out on me because you're nervous about him. You don't want to override him. You little show pony. It's like, hey, like a little show pony. You're just out there. You're just fucking hanging on to him. Hanging on. This guy will save me today.
A little show pony line out here. I like it.
He ain't even community college. They got double headers too. Everybody's double headed up. You know what I mean? Everybody's playing baseball. But listen, no disrespect to the guy. Just a terrible call. If you're listening.
If you're listening, give us a subscribe.
Yeah,
We'll
make
get you there. We'll get you there. You might not be there yet, but we'll get you there. We'll get you there.
subscribe. Make sure you follow if you haven't. And listen, there's no bobble.
Yeah, we'll get you there. You'll be better after listening. We'll get you there.
MacGyver, yes.
Oh my God, Greg.
I got a good crumb.
Go ahead, please, because I could do this.
Yeah, mine's gonna be a two-piece, little two-piece.
Two-piece nug.
Number one's Dave Roberts, and number two is Clayton Kershaw. To me, I'm still blown away by what happened the other night. 7 innings, perfect. He was perfect through 7, 80 pitches, and they take him out of the game. I've seen Ferguson Jenkins, old pitcher, 4-time 20-game winner, I believe, say that even if his arm was broken and he had to roll the ball, he wasn't leaving the game with 7 perfect. And I just don't understand. To me, Dave Roberts, the fucking gall to make that move and then be like, it's the right. Shut the fuck up, Dave Roberts. It's not the fucking right move. It's a slap in the face of the game. It's happened 23 times ever, and he's in a fucking groove of a lifetime. You don't take him out of that game. And Clayton Kershaw, to fucking give him the ball and step off the mound, it's such a weak pussy move. I can't believe it. Clayton Kershaw, it's the best game you've ever thrown. It's the best game of your life. It's never going to happen again. That's your perfect game. It's happened 23 times in the history of baseball. The fuck is wrong with you? You're throwing 80 pitches. You can't come out of that game. That's a bigger pussy move than Durant going to Golden State. That's crazy to me. I can't believe that they're actually backing it up by like, oh, it was the right move. Shut the fuck up. It's not the right move. It's a pussy move. It's literally what the game has become. It's become the pussification of baseball is how we just pussify these fucking pitchers now. And I can't believe I'm so fired up over the move. I wanted to like strangle Dave Roberts if I saw him. And the gall to be like, it's the right move. Shut the fuck up, Dave. It's not the right move. It's a fucking terrible move. And Kershaw going along with it is a pussy for going along with it. Fucking crumbs.
Love it. I absolutely love it.
But Bri, it's early in the season, Bri. The pitchers aren't ready.
Fuck that. Listen, that's a groove. They weren't going to get a hit, by the way.
No,
they weren't going to get a hit. He was grooving.
You let him start the 8th. I don't care what kind of policy you have.
He lets up a hit, then you take him out. Okay, great.
Policy you have. Who gives a shit, right? You start the fucking 8th, all right? So everything you said was right. I'm fucking tired of it. It's sickening. You know, you got a chance at history. If you were around 100 pitches, all right, and you still had 9 outs to go, say it was the 7th inning, yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Then you still start it. Then I'm still of the fucking belief that I still let the guys fucking start it. All right, just because, you know. And
then you'll let up a hit. Then if you don't have it anymore, you'll let up a hit.
Yeah, exactly. You get up to 115, then you get, you know. Then I understand the age and all that stuff, but like Greg alluded to earlier, right? These guys aren't fucking sitting around fucking, playing fucking video games all winter, right? They're fucking working on their craft, right? So, you understand what spring training is. It's the time for beautiful weather. Get down there with your teammates. Let's put this together and really, start seeing live hitters and go from there. But, make no mistake, they're not doing anything in the winter, right? I mean, they're still doing their strength training. They're still doing all their baseball stuff. They're still working on their pens. They're still throwing, they, when you become a wily veteran, yeah, you take a couple months off and you start firing it back up in January. You know what I mean? Mid-January, you start ramping up your pens and you start getting yourself ready to go. You don't just show up, the second week in February if there's no strike, when pitchers and catchers report, thinking that that's the first ball you threw, all winter.
Let's dust her off.
That's not how it works. All right, so that whole argument's bullshit. So, and I don't care what game of the year it is. All right,
it's just such a slap in the face of the history of baseball.
Fucking
go after it. I can't believe that. I'm just amazed. I understand. I don't like Dave Roberts in general, so I fucking hate the move. But I get from Dave Roberts' standpoint, he wants to save Kirk, whatever. Okay, but Clayton Kershaw, I'm telling you, what the fuck you done? I'm not coming off this mound. The fuck you might as well go back to the fucking dugout because you're not getting this ball. I'm perfect through 7. If I let up a hit, sure, take me out. I'm perfect through 7. What are we talking about right now? And he was on cruise control, 13 Ks. They weren't even touching him. Unreal. It's unreal. He wasn't even throwing balls. 13 Ks with 80 pitches is insane. He was just throwing strikes every pitch. See ya, you can't touch me today. See ya, see ya, see ya. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, it's
It could have literally been the best game pitched ever.
yeah,
Because he could have easily ended up with like over 15 Ks. There's never been a perfect game with that many strikeouts ever. It could have been like the best game pitched ever. Granted, it's not, it's not the best game pitched ever because that's fucking what's called in a perfect game in the World Series. But it could have been the best game regular season pitched ever, I'll say. Insane. I just can't believe it.
Yeah, listen, anytime you have a shot at history, you got to take it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's just, and like I said, to not start the 8th is the most absurd thing I've ever seen. You know what I mean? So, like I said, if you're going into the 9th, and it was like, you're up around you're like 108 or something. And then, and even then I'm like, yeah, here you go, buddy. You're a veteran. Go do your thing. You know what I mean? Like, you start to get to 120, then I understand the danger of that. But I'm talking about 80.
Yeah, but at that point, then you probably up a hit if you're at that point,
80 pitches. Well, no, I mean, but yeah, you would maybe a walk or something.
Or a walk. Yeah, I was gonna say he ain't getting that many pitches up if he's still cruising.
Yeah, you're still in that game if you have a no hitter, not a perfect game. Perfect game, you like you said, unless you're running all full counts.
Yeah, it's a perfect game. You're on 80 pitches through 7 with 13 Ks. The dude ain't even throwing. The dude ain't even throwing balls, dude. He's throwing all strikes. It's insane. It's fucking. It's
7. It's like 11 pitches an inning.
Yeah. Everybody has, but I'm saying he has 13 Ks. Usually, when it's that low pitch count, they don't have 13 strikeouts.
No. He's getting a lot of 0-2 punchies, no, for sure. Absolutely. But that was.
He's on cruise control. I just can't believe. I can't believe that he allowed himself to be taken out of the game. It's such a pussy move.
Yeah.
Makes me like him less now. No, it's you know what it is. It makes me understand why he's always bad in the playoffs because he's a pussy. There it is. Figured it out.
I agree. I think we missed. Because I missed last weekend. I think we talked about it in our thread. I don't think we talked about it on air. For me, if we did, I apologize. But it's Ronald Acuna. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh no, we didn't talk about it. Please do.
Ronald Acuna for me. I mean, like, you just showed your youth and being a punk. All right, and you're saying, well, you don't know him. That's listen, that's ridiculous, right? The guy was Freddie Freeman's face of the franchise, was trying to show you the ropes. And listen, you can be you. It wasn't like just trying to turn you into himself. You know what I mean? Like they were gonna let you. Listen, be who you are, you know what I mean? Because we know you're a tremendous player, you know what I mean? But he was trying to help you, do things the Braves way. All right. And this is how we do things in the Braves organization. The dude's been up since he was, 21 years old. He was in the, was in the, in their system for 12 years, is their best player, is their leader, is their captain. And obviously, at the end of the day, World Series champ because of him. Because remember, you got hurt, Ron. Remember, you got hurt, Ron, and they replaced you with 4. They replaced you with 4 outfielders that did maybe the same as you as one man. All right, so I'm not taking anything away from your talents, but that was a great job by Alex Anthopoulos. Which we gave a ton of credit last year. A 4-headed monster in the outfield.
Yeah, great moves. Soler, Rosario, yeah.
Make up for the loss of a tremendous young player, right? But at the end of the day, you got your ring, but you had nothing to do with it. All right, so don't disrespect a guy that's been in the trenches, been in the organization, and tried to help you along. And even if you didn't like him, and even if there was bad blood, you're not mature enough to say, "Hey, what do you miss about Freddie Freeman?" You can't even answer like a normal human being. You got to say nothing. Like a little fucking spiteful little fucking brat that didn't get his way. Right. And the fucking spotlight wasn't on you because they won the World Series without you and your fucking jelly fucking sandwich. You're fucking jelly.
Mm-hmm. That's what did. I smelled that jelly sandwich from a mile away as soon as I saw that. I got hurt and they won. Jelly.
Yeah. Fuck you. So, fuck you, Ronald Acuna.
Yeah, I kind of hope he has a shitty year now.
We know all about that jelly here in this city.
Yeah.
Smell that jelly.
With Mr. 11.
Well, yeah, at least that guy played 13 games, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact number for Ronaldo, but in baseball,
good
in
ones.
baseball terms, yeah.
He's going to be back soon. They're saying too.
Yeah,
by the
they
way.
sent him to AAA, I think, today.
Yeah, they're saying if everything
rehab.
goes well, he might be back by like April 29th. If not, it'll be like the first week of May.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. And it didn't necessarily affect me because obviously I'm down here, but I'm gonna go NBC Sports for that atrocity yesterday up there in your guys' neck of the woods of not allowing you to watch the only Phil's victory of the series. And how funny is that, right? That was the only game worth watching. And they somehow left the dreck of the Flyers. Like, Wills, I think you said it in our thread, though. Like, right. I get why you probably had the Sixers and Flyers pegged there, but come on, let's do a little switcheroonie.
Yeah. We can say, oh, well, the Flyers stink, so let's just let's do a little turn there.
And then let's move the Flyers to streaming where no one's going to watch them.
Around. We just talk. We
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, we just constantly talk about, the missionary position. And it's just like, it's all walks of life. It's sports. It's fucking.
Yeah, nobody can do their job. It's incredible.
Sports,
everybody understands they can't help you and they can't do their job. It's incredible.
Everybody just keeps walking straight. Like, God forbid you got to fucking run from an alligator and you got to fucking run zigzags, right? People's fucking heads will fall off. You know what I mean? They just want to go straight. They just want to fuck straight ahead. I tell you, you got to flip her over. It's fucking spectacular. It's spectacular, right? It's spectacular. Try it. Try it.
Grab a ponytail one time.
That's great. Even if you were Jada,
we're for all walks of life.
Even if you were Jada and there's no hair, just turn it over. You gotta turn it over.
Yeah, give a little spank, right? Give a little spank. What you do?
Other things you can do out there. You know what I mean? That's all the point. The moral of the story is other things you can do.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
You get to that point, you're in the meeting, you say, Flyers are a fucking dumpster fire, so we're gonna put them on like fucking Facebook or whatever. That's how that fucking meeting goes. That's how that round table goes.
Hey,
we'd like it better if no one watched. Can no one be there? Can no one watch?
We're just gonna play them on the radio tomorrow, guys. So you'll be all right. You'll all survive. The 5,000 left that give a rat's ass. You'll survive.
Yeah. My dad was asking today, put the Flyers on. I'm like, why? For what reason? and I love the Flyers, but they're just awful right now. I can't watch them right now. They're terrible.
They lost what, 4-2?
They had 5-3 maybe.
5-3, yeah, 5-3.
Yeah, I was on for a little bit.
Doc Wilson.
I was like, I'd rather watch the golf that I don't care about either.
I would have been like, Doc Wilson, what are you talking about? Fucking Monday. do not ask for the Flyers.
He was asking, it was like the fourth quarter of the Brooklyn game, too. I'm like, it's just a commercial, dude. Like, it's going to be back on in a second. It's a good game. Like, I would like to keep this on.
Yeah, that's like Pop Snell. Turn horse racing on. I'm like, there's fucking 5 seconds left in the fucking game. It's tied. I'm not fucking get out of my face with this.
Turn the horse racing on.
It's in my hand.
That's great.
Yeah, that's Big T with all of it. He's all like, well, let's put this on real quick, and it's like then it'll be something that had nothing to do with sports for a second. Like, put on Fox News for a minute. Like, I'm not putting on the news.
I think my dad found a way to throw 3.5 Men on it at one point. I think, or with the one with Charlie Sheen. Was that 3.5 Men?
Yeah.
I came down at one point with the plate of food. I'm like, the fuck is 3.5 Men on for? He's like, this is a good one. I'm like, put the sports back on.
2.5 Men, but
2.5 Men.
Where's the
Yeah, I like. I mean, it's actually. Charlie Sheen. The show's funny.
It'd still probably be on, but fucking Charlie barks at the moon. I mean, he was drinking tiger blood, and fucking hookers and cocaine, and just tremendous fucking life for Chuck. You know what I mean? He fucked up a great TV show.
Yeah, I mean, the TV show was just about his life, I think.
Yeah.
Like in general.
Yeah, they tried.
It's just what I do.
Yeah, they tried like 1 year with Kush. Yeah, everybody thought he was being pumped. Yeah, what the fuck is Aston Kutcher doing there? What the fuck?
Yeah, I think they did 3 seasons with him actually,
I
but
get it.
I think they're unwatchable.
I need Charlie Harper here. I need Charlie Harper in my life.
3 too many. All right, boys.
Jack's got an egg cooker.
Great show tonight. We appreciate you all tuning in. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you hit the subscribe. We'd like to thank our doc, Make Him Yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill locations. You all know where you can find them. And you know all of us. And if you don't, for Nick DelGozzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Milakovic, I'm Tom Arnone. Enjoy your night.
Hey,
Let's get a big win tomorrow. Big win
Easter.
tomorrow.
Happy Easter. And let's get a big dub tomorrow. I know the guys were out partying last night. Topic of conversation. They were all out at the club last night. Let's guys live their life. Now they better win.
Sixers.
Let's go. Clap your hands.
Clap your hands.